in the hands of Matt Bucharest. Bucharest to the 20, has a seam at the 30, and then he slips down. He would have had a whole lot more, might have even gone the distance. Matt Bucharest took the opening kickoff from Covertier and brought it all the way out to the 37-yard line as the Cats will go on offense.
It's number 81 who gets that football. That's Mike Arroyo who takes it back. Good run, sets up the excellent field position as Seymour will start on the 37-yard line.
Check that. Wasn't Bucharest, obviously it was Mike Arroyo, the fastest player on the Wildcats team. Spotted at the 37, and we got a flag before the first play is initiated here at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. This will give us a chance to go over the Seymour offense. The quarterback is Joe Deptula, the fullback Matt Tursky. Charlie Rizzio is the tailback in the I formation, and the Cats will employ a whole lot of different offensive formations here tonight. Wide receivers are Mike Arroyo, Dennis Cucaro. Check that, Mike Arroyo, Matt Bucharest, and E.J. Leary, and now you get a look at the offensive line. That penalty went against the Greyhounds, 1st and 5, and the handoff inside Severs play stopped at the line of scrimmage by James Leahy. Let's take a look at the Naugatuck defense. The down linemen are James Leahy, who just made the last tackle, Bill Freehite, and Justin Kivitz. The backers are Chris Magelski, Mike Parenti, Jesse Culbertson, and Ian Dietrich. And in the secondary, Larry Bennett, Pablo Covertier, Adam Schultz, and Sean Allen. And Deptula completes it. That is to Bucharest, and Bucharest all the way down the near sidelines into Naugatuck territory for a first down as Seymour shows that offensive strength. Adam Schultz on the stop for the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
You see Bucharest going off. A lot of pressure on the quarterback. He does a great job sitting in the pocket, gets the ball to Bucharest, and then watch Matt now with the run as he tacks on extra yardage inside the 30 at about the 27.
27, and that is the fullback, Tursky. He gets it close to the 20-yard line. Kivitz on the stop along with Freehite for Naugatuck. And there you see Seymour employing what's gone to in the last couple of weeks, and that gives defenses further fits than you already have trying to defend Seymour's wide-open offense, and that is the no huddle. Up on the line of scrimmage, forcing the defense to make adjustments on the go. Tursky fighting his way inside the 20, wrapped up by Diedrich, the outside backer on the spot. And depending on that spot, he might have picked up another first down.
Fullback just scared. You see the little fullback in there. Good solid double team by the two tackles, allowing Tursky to get very close to the first down. Rob Plasky there, as you look over his shoulder, has to be concerned with the initial drive of the Seymour Wildcats as they start on their own 37-yard line and now have moved the football inside the 20-yard line of the Greyhounds, and they are going to have a first down about the 17. Second first down of the drive for this Seymour Wildcat football team, led by quarterback Joe Deptula and running back number 30, Charlie Rizzio.
And that fullback, you've seen him a couple of times already, Matt Tursky. Joe is a 5'10", 165-pound junior quarterback for the Seymour Wildcats, and he is an excellent quarterback. Throws, has a wide-open receiver, throws to the fullback. That's Tursky. He's upended inside the 10.
Second pass, second completion as Deptula comes out of the boot. Mike Thomas, number 79 there, or that's not Thomas, that's Harkins, provides the protection. Great throw over the shoulders of Tursky. Tursky picks it up, picks up another first down there at about the 7-yard line.
And the Cats will go to the stacked I formation. First and goal for the Cats. They give it to the deep back in the triple in the stacked I. That's Rizzio. Rizzio falls forward inside the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up from the Cats. Naugatuck won the opening coin flip. They elected to kick it off to Seymour and defer to the second half. It was Arroyo bringing back the opening kickoff, brought it back to his 37-yard line, and several plays later, and the Wildcats have a second and goal at the Naugatuck 5. Play fake, Deptula looking, throwing, completing, touchdown. Wildcats. Through to the fullback, Matt Tursky, coming out of the backfield. So the Cats are on the board with 9:42 remaining here in the first quarter.
Little bootleg. Again, 79. John Harkins provides protection. Deptula steps up. Tursky inside the goal line, picks the ball, and it is a 6-pointer, 7-yard, 63-yard drive for the Wildcats, and they've done it very quickly. 9:42 left to go here in this first period.
Craig Vicdomino on the extra point for the Cats, and the Cats on their first drive of the first half looking awfully impressive. Matter of fact, last week the Seymour Wildcats only had to punt the football one time in their game against the Torrington Red Raiders. But he had a chance to talk with both coaches before the start of our game. First of all, he talked to the veteran Seymour coach, Paul Sponheimer, and he asked him how he saw this game, whether it was going to be a track meet or a game in which the defenses dominated.
Well, I hope it doesn't turn into a track meet. I think both teams are disciplined enough that the defenses will play sound on both sides. I think it may come down to special teams, but maybe not. Maybe somebody will get the upper hand and momentum will swing, but I look for a good high school football game.
Welcome back, everyone. Buddy also talked with first-year head coach Rob Plaskey of the Naugatuck Greyhounds, and he asked him what area he would like to see his Naugatuck Greyhounds improve in.
I think we got to get the ball in the end zone a little bit more, you know, in the air. In the air, we haven't been able to get the ball in the air. With our backfield, I mean, it hasn't hurt us yet, but I think against a team like Seymour with the sound, you know, defense, that we got to be able to mix it up a little bit and get the ball in the air into the end zone.
So the Wildcats, the Seymour Wildcats got on the board very, very quickly. That's Vicdomino's kick down to the 5, and that's the norm for Vicdomino, an excellent, excellent kicker. Returned outside the 20 to the 22-yard line, returned by number 84 for the Naugatuck Greyhounds. That was Matt Gomes. Let's take a look at that Naugatuck offense. The quarterback is Darrell White. In the wing T setup, the fullback is Jesse Culbertson. The halfbacks are Larry Bennett and Pablo Covatier. The split end to start the game will be Matt Gomes, and now you get a look at that rest of the line. Of course, the quarterback, should mention, forgot him, was Darrell White, the sophomore quarterback. A short gain into the line. Let's take a look now at the Seymour defense, the front four. Andrew Kassheimer and Mike Thompson are the tackles. The ends are Tom Bell and Nate Allopat. The backers are Kurt Perrell, Matt Tursky, and Kevin Brown. And in the secondary, Matt Bucharis, E.J. Leary, Chris Hebert, and Mike Arroyo. So Darrell White, did not want to forget Darrell White in talking about the opening lineups, the starting lineups, the give. That's the Culbertson. He stopped at the point of attack by Nate Allopat along with Mike Thompson.
Little belly, just solid defense by Seymour. They try and get Culbertson in over the left guard, and look at Allopat. Just a great job. Thompson, Allopat, that front four for the Seymour Wildcats. Big third down here, about 8 for the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
Ball is at the 25. This is Naugatuck's first possession of the evening. Naugatuck spreads the offense. The sophomore back to throw. Has a receiver on a slant pattern. It's incomplete. He was going for
on cover, 81 for Seymour, uncovered Mike Arroyo. We'll see what the penalty is. It is going to go against the Seymour Wildcats, and it'll give the Greyhounds a first down, converting that big 3rd and 8 for that first down. Their initial first down of the football game. 8:18 left to go in this first quarter.
Now, you heard him a while ago in Buddy's interview with Coach Rob Plaskey that this is the area that Greyhounds would like to improve. They have been a running team, but they would like to crank up the passing game. They know they have to do it against better teams to keep the defenses honest. That's Larry Bennett in motion on first down. There's some movement, and that might go against Seymour. They might have encroached the line of scrimmage.
Good job by the quarterback, Darrell White. The inflection of his voice.
Well,
and it's going to go against my fault. Not a good job.
I
thought he got him into the neutral zone.
So
it's
did
going
I.
to go against Naugatuck. One of the linemen must have moved, and so it'll be a 1st and 15 now for the Greyhounds. Ball at the Naugatuck 35-yard line.
So it'll be a 1st and 15 for the Naugatuck Greyhounds as they will run out of the I formation. Culbertson is the fullback, and Bennett is in motion. They'll pitch to the tailback. That's Pablo Covatier. They pitch back. It's completed to the 30, to the 20. With the ball is Matt Gomes. Touchdown, Naugatuck. And we might be in for a track meet.
Just a solid play. You get the pitch to the tailback, he pitch, or the fullback pitches back
to the quarterback.
And we have a touchdown here. It is going to go 65 yards. Double flip and a great throw by White as he hits Gomes in stride right at about the 35-yard line, and he will take it the distance. 8:04, the Greyhounds have answered here. It is now 7-6 with Naugatuck looking to convert and tie this.
And Pablo Covatier to attempt the point after. I don't know if there was a problem with the snap, but Neary, the holder, throws into the end zone. He had a wide open receiver there off the receiver's fingertips. Incomplete. And Seymour will maintain a 7-6 lead. He was going for Schultz on the play. Number 39 was the intended receiver.
This is what the coaches like to call a fire drill. The snap was high. The holder takes it, just tries to make something out of nothing. Put the football in a catchable position. Could not make it, and it is a failure to convert. 7-6 here with the Naugatuck Greyhounds down to the Seymour Wildcats.
We have a break in the action here at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. Let's take this timeout.
Locally owned IGA stores have been part of American life since 1926, so you'll pardon us if we hang on to some old-fashioned ideas, like simply asking if we can help you, or maybe showing you where something is, cutting meat just the way you like it, or bagging your groceries and taking them to your car. You know, things too many other stores don't do that much anymore, but you'll still find them at IGA. For 75 years, hometown proud.
What would it cost to advertise your business in the 90,000 homes covered by Telemedia cable advertising?
My business, 90,000 homes. $245 is reasonable. 100 seems too cheap when the commercial can run over 30 networks. 45, no way. It's worth 500, but I'll take 245. A, final answer.
Do you believe it? $45 is the correct answer. To be successful in business, Telemedia advertising should be your final answer.
Well, buddy, just like that, we have 2 scores in the football game. And Naugatuck, Rob Plaskey, the first-year coach, taking something out of his bag of tricks. That's a short kickoff by Pablo Covatier. And that is Butkeris. Is that 21? Yep, that's Butkeris on the return, and he's upended right there at the 25-yard line.
2 pretty good drives. Seymour went 63 yards for theirs as you see the ball coming down right at the 22-yard line, and not a lot of room before Seymour ball carrier Matt Butkeris knocked down, and the Wildcats will start at the 26.5-yard line.
That was Anthony Pesolano on the stop for the Naugatuck Greyhounds. So Seymour's second possession, and it's Joe Deptula airing it out. He had his receiver at the 45. The ball was jarred loose. He was going for
gives you a wide open look constantly. He dropped it in there. Pretty good job by Allen. Rizzio was going right down the seam from the slot. Good throw by Deptula, unable to complete it. It'll be a second.
Ball at the 26-yard line. They'll hand to the fullback. Turkey gets free in the secondary. He's got the first down, still on his feet before he's taken out of bounds at midfield on the far side of the field by Adam Schultz, the 6'1", 185-pound senior strong safety.
Good job inside by that Seymour line. Just a quick trap. Tursky comes through on the trap block. You see number 79 opening the hole. That's Harkins. Tursky comes right behind it, close to midfield.
So it's a first down for the Cats. Their second possession, and Tursky gets free again as he picks up 5 yards on the play down to the 45. It's very difficult to stop this Seymour Wildcat offense. They're multifaceted. They do They're just so fundamentally sound. They block well on the offensive line. They've got good skill people. They're just a well-disciplined, well-trained football team. They're a machine. That's what they are. Second down. The handoff inside to the fullback, Tursky. This time he's pinned down by Mike Parenti, the 5'7", 153-pound senior backer. So Naugatuck trying to adjust on the no huddle. Of course, the Greyhounds with a bye week last week had to see Seymour in their game against Torrington. Both teams have scouted each other quite well. Third down right at midfield. That's the option that goes to Rizzio, and it's Culbertson coming over, making a flying tackle. And that's going to be close to another first down. I don't believe that the forward progress has been made for the first down.
We come out of the option, you'll see Deptula get the football out to Rizzio, but he had to break stride a little bit. He's going to come up about a half a yard short, and Seymour's going to go for it.
And they're going to go for it. 4th and 1. They're at the 41 of Naugatuck.
They're going to punt now as number 78, Mike Thompson. A little bit of movement on the right side. The right tackle just jumped, and Seymour now will bring that punting unit out onto the field. Very early in this one with 6:24 left. Paul Sponheimer, you see top of your picture, a little jump. Paul Sponheimer was going for it. Now they will kick the football to the Greyhounds.
And kicking the football away will be the punter, Mike Arroyo, who we mentioned it before, only punted one time against Torrington. That's how potent Seymour's offense is. He drives Covertier all the way back inside the 10. Covertier eludes a couple of tackles and gets it outside to the 15-yard line. Stopped there by a couple of the Cats on special teams.
Covertier gets it at the 6, avoids 2 tackles, and then tries to get straight up the middle to get all that he possibly can. Finally wrapped up number 61 for the Seymour defense, and that's Tom Bell, who did a good job on the special teams unit. Ball right at about the 15-yard line for the Greyhounds as they will start with their second possession.
6:11 remaining in the first quarter. Our score in this Naugatuck Valley League game on our Telemedia High School football game of the week. Seymour 7 and Naugatuck 6. Play into the middle of the line. The stop made by Nate Alapat, the defensive end for the Cats. That was a run by the fullback, Jesse Culbertson.
One of the things that Culbertson is going to give you is he is a pretty big kid, and if you bang with him all night, he's going to wear down a little bit on that Seymour defense. He's a big kid, and he likes to carry the football.
Culbertson picked up a couple on the play out to the 17-yard line. Darrell White is the quarterback. Play fake. White wants to put it up. Drills it to Smigelski. It's ruled. Is it ruled a completion or an incomplete
pass?
Incomplete.
Did not hold on to it.
And Chris Hebert in coverage for the Cats. The pass was there.
Ran a little turn in. Whether it was Samelski or Gomes, one of the two Seymour receivers unable to hold on to it. It'll bring up a third down. Big third down. And again, long for that Seymour team. Last time they came with the flea flicker for a touchdown. See what they come up with here. They're deep in their own territory.
Just a single back. That's Culbertson behind the sophomore quarterback. Culbertson with a seam, and he almost broke it. And he's going to actually get close to the yardage needed for a first down. It's going to depend on the spot.
Spread you out and then come over the right side. Culbertson avoids the first tackle. Then number 71 with a very good play for the Seymour defense, or a 17, Joe Deptula. Quarterback comes up, stops him about a half yard short. 5:13 left to go. One would think Seymour or that Naugatuck will punt the football.
And Covertier back to punt the football away. Does all the kicking for Naugatuck. Single safety for the Cats back at his 48 is Matt Bucaris. High snap from center, but Pablo pulls it down, eludes the rush, and now he's going to run the football. Pablo Covertier has the first down, and he's all the way up to midfield. As advertised,
Covertier has really no option here. A very high snap. He's got it coming right here. Block. He steps away from it. He was also one of the contained guys And once this guy gets outside, it's a foot race, and you see a lot of 60s and 70s. They're not going to catch this guy as he goes down the sidelines. Going to catch a 21 or someone with a low number to bring him down.
That was Butkaris on the tackle,
He
but
finally gets to midfield for the Greyhounds.
but we've already seen how dangerous a player Kovacic is. You get him in the open field, and he's going to go on you. And that's Larry Bennett from the left halfback spot on a short carry, taken down by the defensive tackle, one of the captains for the Cats, Mike Thompson, a 6'2", 294-pound senior.
Naugatuck came with a lot of motion in that. They had a double inside scissors, unable to get any yardage. You see the ball right, well, when you get a chance, it'll be right at midfield. Naugatuck has used big plays here in this first period. The flea flicker and then the ability of Kovacic to get outside on that punt.
Kovacic splits out as a receiver. The Cats, Naugatuck goes to the I formation. Darrell White, he could throw the football, and it's dropped by Gomes, who had the football at the 30, and he would have been on his way for the second Naugatuck score.
The two Seymour defenders are going to collide and then fall down, allowing Gomes to be wide open. You see they trip. It's number 81 who falls over. You have Arroyo who fell over. I don't know whether it was Deptula, but one of them had slipped down. Arroyo went over him. Gomes was wide open, could not hold on to it. And that is a big play and a bullet that the Seymour defense has just dodged.
Now to the bottom part of your screen, that is Matt Gomes, the sophomore wide receiver. Kovacic to the top part of your screen as Naugatuck's gone to the eye. And Darrell White has aired it out here in the first quarter. This time there was better coverage as they went again for Gomes on the play, and Butkaris along with Arroyo on coverage for the Cats.
Double coverage this time on Gomes as he comes down. Again, they come out of the big action. Really not a well-thrown ball that time, and bring up a punting situation. Guarantee that Coach Paul Speinhammer has talked to his punt return team about containing this guy, not allowing him to get outside.
And Pablo back again to punt the football away, back at his 38-yard line. The ball is on the 50-yard line. This time it's a good snap from center. It's a short punt. Butkaris is going to bobble the football.
Fumbled it,
and that might be Naugatuck's football. Butkaris was having trouble with the football, and the Greyhounds have it inside the 10. They'll have a 1st and goal.
Another mistake by the Seymour special teams unit. Maybe it's better, but one of the questions I asked Paul Speinhammer was about tonight's game, and he talked about the game may being decided by special teams, and these are two big critical mistakes that have allowed Naugatuck to continue this drive. Ball inside the 10, 1st and goal at about the 7-yard line.
Adam Schultz recovered the loose ball for the Naugatuck Greyhounds. We've got 3 minutes and change left here in the first quarter at Veterans Field, and the crowd is filling in nicely, and it befits this game. These are two of the best teams in the Naugatuck Valley League. There's the handoff into the end zone. Number 19, Pablo Kovacic.
They went to the wishbone. The outside receiver just ran Arroyo off, and watch Kovacic. There's no one as he gets outside the end. Pretty good blocking up in there. Number 35 just pins the end inside for Naugatuck, allows Kovacic to get outside. That's Parenti, and it's just a great drive, helped by two Seymour special team mistakes, but doesn't matter. Naugatuck converts. They may go for 2 here, as they are going to line up and try and get that mistake that they made on their last conversion.
Naugatuck going to the wishbone. They're going to run out of it, and then they're going to come up short as they hand it to the left halfback, and does not get in. That was...
They come with the power. It's Kovacic as he tries to duck back up inside.
Just doesn't get the plane.
Good job by number 75 for Seymour. You get a look at that band on this far side for Naugatuck Greyhounds. Is one of their specialties. This band, a great marching band. Hopefully they will perform at halftime. And that was number 65 for Seymour, who brought down Kovacic, prevented that conversion. So with 3:14 left to go, it's a 12-7 Naugatuck Greyhound lead.
And our Telemedia Football Game of the Week, buddy, is brought to you in part by your friends at Adams Superfood Stores. So Naugatuck has put 2 scores on the board in the first quarter, and Seymour, problems, buddy has mentioned a couple of times with the special teams. Pablo Covatier to kick it off again. Back deep for the Cats, Matt Bukaris. End over and check that. Arroyo. Bukaris is in front of him. Mike Arroyo with a wall. Arroyo to the 40-yard line to midfield. Finally upended at the 4-yard line of Naugatuck. And a great return by Mike Arroyo, made by the kicker.
Watch him get to the picket line as he goes right to the far sideline, and the Seymour football team sets up a wall for him. And if he cuts back, good job by Tursky there, number 18. If he cuts back right here, his number 61, Tommy Bell, had a lane for him. He just tried to beat him on the side. Could not do it, but Naugatuck, great field position.
And the first down carry by Tursky into the line, stop made by Parenti, a linebacker. And the Cats on the football with their no-huddle offense. We're still in the first quarter, and these teams have tacked 3 touchdowns on the board. It's a good one. In the Naugatuck Valley League, that's Tursky again sliding off the right side before he's taken down by the nose guard, Bill Freehite. Diedrich also in on the stop. Ian Diedrich, the 5'10", 189-pound junior outside linebacker. Third down. Deptula on a play fake has a wide open receiver. That's Tursky out of the backfield. And that's going to be close to the line to make for Seymour. Schultz on the stop.
Tursky is the fullback. He slides into the flat to the far side. And a great job by quarterback Joe Deptula picking him up. They've had good success in this first quarter finding Tursky in the flat. It's just a little bit of a bootleg, and they fight that side. You get a look now at the measurement, and it looks like, as Paul Sponheimer there talking to Bruce Brenya there, it's going to be a first down as Coach Sponheimer made the call.
He's only trying to help out the officials.
Brenya was right there. He heard Coach, and he just responded, and the Seymour Wildcats have a first down.
And we'll spot the football at the 28 of Naugatuck. We're now deep into the first quarter up here at Naugatuck Veterans Field. Crowd really filled in well. A beautiful evening for high school football. Deptula to the football, slides outside and inside the 20-yard line before he's taken
by Parenti. One of the beautiful things of a Seymour offense, and to give Bobby Keller and Paul Sponheimer the credit, is they will do everything in this offense. They give to the fullback. This time the quarterback keeps, does not pitch, turns it up inside on the read. Joe Deptula very close to a first down.
No tight ends. That's Charlie Rizzio, and a flag is dropped at the line of scrimmage. The stop made by Culbertson might be a hold.
Bruce Brenya there is going to talk, I think, to the Naugatuck captain. This one is going to go against Seymour. It is a holding penalty. Number 39, Charlie Rizzio, again broke free, but it's going to come back, and the Wildcats are going to be first and at least 20.
Buddy, when I had an opportunity to talk with Coach Sponheimer during the week, he said Charlie Rizzio at this point is the healthiest that he has been since the preseason. In preseason, he was really hampered with an ankle injury, and really up to this point, he really hasn't been 100%. He's as near 100% as he's ever been this year. And that is the senior tri-captain, or check that, the quad captain, on the carry before he's stopped by James Leahy, the defensive tackle.
You get the guard and tackle coming across, opening up a pretty good hole for Rizzio, and he picks up good yardage. It'll be a third and about 4 for the Wildcats.
And they're at the 22 of Naugatuck. They're going to hand to the fullback, and he's tied up very close to the line to make before he's taken down by Diedrich, outside backer. Now it's going to come up short, buddy, of the first down, but of course they're in 4-down territory.
You see Tursky run into some problems and then pick up an extra 3 all by himself.
4th and 1. Deptula holds on. He'll pick up the first down before he's taken down by Leahy on the play, the junior quarterback. And Seymour will be on the football.
Deptula came with the option, turned it right up inside the end, and picks up the first down yardage. Good drive by the Wildcats here, as they are running the football and doing a good job with the passing game, keeping the Naugatuck Greyhounds defense honest.
They're at the 17-yard line. That is Tursky. He's going to head for the goal line. Stopped inside the 5-yard line. Matt Tursky, only a junior. He brings the football to a first and goal situation before he's taken down by Larry Bennett on the play.
See the trap block number 79 there leading through, and that's Harkins. Also number 76, Gilbert. Good job by that Seymour offensive line. Tursky inside the 5.
First and goal. They'll give to the up back, the fullback. That's Tursky, and he's not going to make it, but he's closer to that end zone.
The Wildcats are going to have to wait to the second quarter here. That should be an end to this first period. Just a great drive by the Wildcats, being able to move football really at will against that Naugatuck defense.
And we'll come back with Seymour's second and goal right after this.
This is the hand that sows the seed, that grows the forest, that drinks from the stream, that hugs the mountain, that gives shape to the wind, that carries the kite that is flown. That supports the hand that sows the seed.
All life is woven together. How can we choose which environmental cause to support? EarthShare, the workplace giving program, makes it simple by bringing leading environmental groups together under one umbrella. Support EarthShare, and you support them all, including the hands that sow the seeds and protect the forests and the streams and the children. To learn more, please visit our website.
We're back, everyone, for the second and goal coming up for the Cats, and Buddy will give us some information right after this call, as the Cats are looking to go up on top again. A straight quarterback sneak by Deptula, but the middle of that Naugatuck line converges and stops the forward progress. Bill Freeheight, at 5'11", 228-pound senior nose guard, stopped Deptula right at the point of attack.
Eddie, in the first quarter, Joe Deptula was 4 for 6 in the passing for 73 yards. Seymour had 6 first downs, 3 penalties for 30 yards. Naugatuck was 1 for 4, that big pass play on the flea flicker. Only had 2 first downs with 2 penalties. So even though Naugatuck is ahead, Seymour's dominated the statistics in this first half.
That's out of the stacked eye. That's Charlie Rizio. He slipped as he tried to get to the line of scrimmage. So we're going to come up with a 4th and goal for the Cats at the 2.
Watch the feet go out from Rizio as he tries to cut back. Although that Seymour defense is holding here. You see the ball just inside the 2-yard line. Big call here for the Wildcats, and they're going to take a timeout and talk it over.
And our Telemedia High School football game of the week is brought to you in part by your friends at Adams Food Stores. 11:04 remaining here in the first half, and as advertised, we have a great game between 2 of the top teams in the Naugatuck Valley League. Of course, Seymour coming into the season, the prohibitive favorite in this league, a young team last year that captured the title, and pretty much a lot of those players have returned this year. And Naugatuck, certainly from what we've seen thus far, Buddy, no slouch on their first-year head coach, Rob Plasky. They are a typical, well-drilled, conditioned, well-prepared team.
Both teams come in, as you would expect, undefeated. They both played very well so far. I think the Naugatuck football team has really adapted very well to Coach Plasky and his style of offense and defense. You get a look at the crowd here. Naughty USA.
And you know, Buddy, I would be remiss to not mention the fact, of course, that Rob replaced a longtime coach up here. 20 years the coaching career of Craig Peters. and just a great coach and a great career up here at Naugatuck High School. 213 career wins for Craig Peters. 4th and goal. Tula will roll, throw into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. He went to E.J. for the 6 points.
Great fake inside by Deptula as he held the Seymour or the Naugatuck defense, and then he just drops it out and allows Leary to just run under it. He is wide open in the corner of the end zone. Called by that Seymour offense. Took a timeout, got it right, and they are ahead 13-12 here, and now 14.
But out of the hold of Joe, that was their kicking specialist, Craig Vicdomino, on the extra point. And our new score here at Naugatuck early in the second quarter is Seymour 14 and Naugatuck 12.
A good drive by the Wildcats. Started at the 40 after a great kickoff return. Set it up by Arroyo. And then they just drove the football down into the end zone. Nice drive. Good combination of balanced passing and running by Seymour. You get Rizzio running that football. Throwing to Tercio and Arroyo. As you get a look at Paul Sponheimer on the far side. Seymour now ahead 14-12 with 10:59 left to go in the first half. Bobby Kello there with the headsets talking to Joe Deptula as you get a look on that near side here of the Naugatuck Greyhound cheerleaders. And again, a beautiful evening for football here at Naugatuck.
You see in your picture the extra point kicker, does all the place kicking for the Cats this year, Craig Vicdomino. Just a junior. Brother played here at Seymour for the last few years. Craig, a 6'1", 160-pound junior. Vicdomino's kick. That's to Pablo Covatier. And Covatier breaks a few tackles as he crosses the 30, gets close to the 35-yard line before he's taken down by Chris Hebert on the stop.
You want to keep this guy in the middle, number 19, Covatier. Seymour kicks the football down. Covatier takes the ball and then comes straight up the field. You see him get it about the 10-yard line. Watch the little acceleration right there, and then wrapped up finally by Seymour as he's out across the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
So Naugatuck comes out at the 33-yard line, down by 2 points now. Darrell White, sophomore quarterback, on the toss to the short side of the field. That's Covatier out of the tailback spot. Spun down by the big defensive tackle, Mike Thompson.
Good job stringing it out there. Number 25, Kevin Brown. He'll get help from number 78, Mike Thompson. But a great job by Brown stringing out that, allowing Thompson to come inside for the tackle. No gain on that first down carry for the Naugatuck offense.
2nd and 10 from the 33. In the second quarter up here in Naugatuck, Seymour leads it by 2. And the fake inside of Culbertson. That is Larry Bennett breaks a tackle. And Bennett for the first down before he's down by Matt Fouquet in the secondary. Effort by the senior running back.
Good option read by White as he gets the football outside to Bennett. And then E.J. Larry had a great shot, and Bennett broke the tackle. Got the first down at about the 30, 44-yard line. Just a nice run by Bennett on the option pitch from White.
And let me mention for our viewers that tri-captain Matt Paradisi only seeing action defensively here tonight. Actually, the first time he's seen action in a couple of weeks. He hurt earlier against Crosby and unable with that cast on his right hand to play offense.
Watch Culverson just come straight over his center. Keep his legs going as he gets hit there by Thompson. Just keeps going for an extra 3 yards, maybe 4. That's just a great run inside by Jesse Culverson.
Interesting to see what Coach Rob Plansky wants to do. When I talked to the Naugatuck coach during the week, understandably, he wants to maintain possession, move the chains, get first downs. In other words, have his offense on the field, keep Seymour's offense off the field. That's Covatier out of the tailback spot. He's going to pick up the first down and a few more down into Seymour territory. Pablo Covatier.
Just a good, solid 1-2 punch for the Greyhounds. They're getting Culberson up inside tough, and then you get Covatier outside following Culberson's block, and he's close to breaking it right here. He's able to weave and bob, and every time he gets the football, he is a throw the distance. Just a nice run by Covatier.
Covatier to the top part of your screen as the Greyhounds in an I-back formation. Play fake. Darrell White rolls to the near side. He's throwing for the tight end. He overthrew Chris Smagelski on the play. The coverage by Leary.
White never got his shoulders. You look at the young quarterback, Darrell White never got his shoulders parallel to the line of scrimmage, and he just doesn't get this from down the field. Throwing against his body is very difficult. You got to get your shoulders around. Not an intended receiver anywhere near that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 10 as he came out of that bootleg action.
So the football placed at the 42-yard line of Seymour. We're almost at the midpoint of the second quarter up here at Vets Field in Naugatuck. Our score in this Naugatuck Valley League battle is Seymour 14 and Naugatuck 12. Our Telemedia High School football game of the week. Covatier to the top part of your screen. Bennett will go in motion. Flags are going to be dropped. A double handoff.
Oh, and they're going to throw.
Covatier is looking to throw the football. Now he tucks it in. And
lost it.
Stopped by Harkins on the play. And Brown also in the area for the Cats. And now we'll wait for the officials to unravel the play.
You got a double reverse and then a pass as our cameraman finally will get over here to Covatier as he tries. He's going to throw the football, and he gets wrapped up and fumbles it. Good job by number 60 covering up. That's Justin Kevitz able to cover it, and it'll bring up a 3rd and a mile here for that Greyhound offense as they tried to run another little razzle-dazzle. Coming back with Covatier trying to throw off the double reverse. And Naugatuck will take a timeout here after that one.
And with Naugatuck's timeout, we'll take our own timeout.
It's a story that's 75 years old, yet it's a story that's as fresh as today. It's the story of thousands of independent retailers in communities across the country and around the world. Your hometown friends and neighbors who know you and who know what you want. People who work hard to bring you the fresh quality foods, friendly service, and good value that keep you coming back. It's the story of being hometown proud. For 75 years, the story of your neighbors at Outdoor.
You've been hearing a lot about DSL and high-speed cable services. The fact is, DSL has nothing on us. Not price and not speed. Now you can have a cable modem installed in your home free through Telemedia, and we'll throw in 30 days of service free. That's how sure we are of the superiority of our cable modems. High-speed internet access without a contract. Wherever you live on the Telemedia system, you can experience the freedom of broadband internet service. Reliability, speed, no contract. Get connected today.
Welcome back, everyone. So the Greyhounds were assessed the penalty, but the Seymour, of course, declined it. And the loss by Naugatuck, that's White throwing. That's Covatier. Open on the play. Pablo Covatier brings the football all the way down to the 14-yard line. Hold on to your hats, folks. We got a good one for you.
This kid can play the game. He's at tail, he's at slot. Now he comes across the field, and White just hits him in stride. Just a great catch, a little bobble. He catches that football. Deptula was on coverage. He goes down, and it's a foot race. They're lucky they slow him up, drag him down at about the 14-yard line. Nice catch. Great throw by Darrell White to Mr. Covatier. Pablo, good job.
Down at the 14-yard line of Seymour. And they're going to run. Who else? Number 19. That's Covatier trying to help his blocker ahead of him. Taken down by the middle linebacker, Kurt Perrell, on the play.
Watch now is number 19. Well, Covatier just follows his blockers. Look at Culberson. And then coming behind him, pretty good job by the middle linebacker, number 74 for Seymour. Perrell makes the stop, about a 3-yard gain as you get a look at Darrell White in the huddle.
I'll tell you, buddy, you gotta recognize where Pablo is at any time on the football field. Now a tight formation. The Naugatuck Greyhounds are running. The ball is run inside the 10-yard line.
Culberson just the reverse pivot by the quarterback to the fullback, and Jesse pulls forward. Picks up about 2.5, 3 against the crowd here as Culverson makes it a 3rd and about 4 for the Greyhounds.
Kevin Brown, the last stop for the Cats. It's a situation. We've got 3rd down coming up for Naugatuck. They're at the 9 of Seymour, and the line to make is down at the 5-yard line. So that translates into a 3rd and 4 for Naugatuck. Seymour leads 14-12. Naugatuck threatening to take the lead once again. Darrell White scans the field. He's going to run the football, had some room, and then that room quickly was closed up. It was John Harkins around the football for Seymour.
Just a little roll to the right for the quarterback. Feels the pressure, tries to get to the line of scrimmage. A lot of white jerseys there. He's finally going to get wrapped up by number 79 for the Wildcat defense. Great job by Seymour, and that's going to bring a 4th down for the Greyhounds, and they're going to go for the field goal.
And I'll give you one guess. I said before, he does all the place kicking. He returns punts. He returns kickoffs. He plays offense, plays defense. He does everything. The kick is up. It is wide of the mark. So the field goal attempt by Naugatuck wide, and the score remains at Seymour 14 and Naugatuck 12.
Nice drive by the Greyhounds. I thought when they were 3rd and 5, the last 2, they might go and try and run the football. They've got 2 downs to make 5. They decided to throw, went for the field goal, unable to convert, and Seymour will take over after that drive by the Greyhounds.
So the Cats, after the missed field goal, will take over at their 20-yard line. They lead it by 2, 14-12. Hand off to Tursky. Tursky is going to be stopped by Kivitz on the play, who had him by the ankle. Kivitz just in the 6-foot, 245-pound senior defensive tackle.
Pretty good blocking for that Seymour offensive line as they allow Tursky to get a few yards. That's Perrell and Thompson leading through. Picked up about 8 on that 1st down.
That's not too bad on a first down play, bringing up a 2nd and 2 for the Cats. Deptula back to throw. He'll stumble, throws it out there. It's up for grabs. Almost intercepted on the play by Sean Allen for Naugatuck, number 88-14. The intended receiver was E.J. Leary.
Good job by number 88, Sean Allen, as he is right there with E.J. Leary. He goes up, and Leary actually does a good job defensively to prevent the interception. Brings up a 3rd and short.
3rd and short for Seymour. They're at their 27-yard line. Deptula on the toss. And that's going to be a huge loss for the Cats. Rizzo was the pitchman on the plate, and Naugatuck defensed it well. Parenti.
Watch Parenti. He is solid here as he sees the option. The ball hangs up, really. Rizzio's lucky he didn't get killed on that one, as that one just hung up too long. But a great job by Mike Parenti. And it brings the punting situation as Seymour is going to go 3 and out here the first time tonight. Good, solid defense by the Greyhounds.
E.J. Leary, the long snapper on punts. That's a Royal. He'll punt away for the Cats. It's going to roll around the 40-yard line. He'll come to a rest at the 39-yard line of Naugatuck, where the Greyhounds will take over once again. We've got a lot of time left in this first half. A little bit over 4 minutes to go. Seymour still maintains that 2-point lead.
Been a good, solid offensive game here in this first half. Both teams really have been able to move the football with 4:12 left to go. Paul Sponheimer there talking to his defensive group now as they're out there. The first time the Seymour offense was 3 and out here, and we'll see what the Greyhounds can do with not bad field position close to the 40-yard line.
Gomes out to the left. Covatier to the top part of your screen. And Covatier ends up with the football. You want to get this kid in the open field. And Pablo taken down at the 45. Mike Arroyo on the stop for the Cats.
I don't know if you see where Covatier comes from the slot. Long time to get there, but even with the time.
Still makes some yardage.
Yeah, one-on-one, I'll take this kid any time. As Tursky comes off the block, he gets help from number 81, Mike Arroyo. They hem him in, but he still picks up about 6 yards. And if you get this guy outside one-on-one, if I'm the coach on the other side, my stomach's going to be a little bit concerned about this young man's ability to break it at any time.
Second down, it's Kovatier out of the tailback spot. He throws out of the tailback. I think he rushed the play. Gomes was open on the play. It falls incomplete.
When you run this play, one thing you want to try and do is sell the run first, and Kovatier really doesn't do that. Then he tries to throw on the run, and tough to do for anyone. It'll bring up a 3rd and about 4 for Naugatuck. And I tell you, I'd like to see Naugatuck stay basic to see what they can do. I'd like to see Culverson and Kovatier just keep come at you for a series and maybe throw the ball just once in a while to keep Seymour honest. But I think they've got a pretty good running game if they stay with it.
On the option, Darrell White, their sophomore quarterback, he'll pick up a first down as he crosses into Seymour territory. Nice run by the sophomore.
When you've got Kovatier as the pitch guy, you got to respect them. And here you see the end just get outside. That's number 57, Alapat. He tries to play both the quarterback and the pitch man. A good job by White, stepping up inside, picking up the first down. Good read by the young quarterback. And Darrell White, as a sophomore, has played a very good first half here for Naugatuck.
They are very, very pleased with the progress of the sophomore, Darrell White. First down at the Seymour 48. The give, that's to the fullback. You want to keep Seymour's defense honest. That's Culbertson, Jesse, the 3-year starter at that fullback spot. 5'11", 205-pound senior.
Good pull inside, number 68, trying to get Culverson into the open. And when Culverson comes through there, he's a load. You've got to really wrap him up and gang tackle that guy.
Buddy, it'll be interesting. It won't be interesting for opponents of Naugatuck when they get Paradisi back to play on offense, and that'll be at the end of this month. And you combine Paradisi with all the firepower that Naugatuck has, and they're very good now, and they're going to be even better with Paradisi back in the lineup. Second and long, Darrell White winds up, throws, incomplete. He was going for Kovatier on the play, but he overthrew the senior.
Bukaris on coverage. You see Kovatier just starts from the outside, runs straight down the field. White gets the ball in a catchable position. Would have been that's a tough catch. He comes up with that one, and he may get player of the game right now. That was
too high. Over
his head, a little bit out of his reach, and it brings up about a 3rd and 8, maybe 8.5, 9 yards for Naugatuck. We've got 2:07 left to go here in this first half.
Ball is resting at the 46-yard line. Seymour, Naugatuck in possession. Seymour in possession of a 2-point lead. And the play faked by the sophomore with good protection. Now rolling to the near side. Throws it complete. That's to Gomes inside the 10. Touchdown, Naugatuck.
I think
Darrell
he was
White.
over the line of scrimmage. I don't see a flag. But we'll come back with this one on replay. The ball is,
I thought
the line of scrimmage is the 46, 47.
No flag.
See how far he comes.
Good point. Because, buddy, I thought he was going to tuck it in. I thought he was going to run the football.
Oh, he threw it from the 45. He was 3 yards over the line of scrimmage, and this one is going to be a touchdown as Matt Gomes, number 84, is going to take this one in for the Naugatuck Greyhounds. And I thought he was at least 2 yards over that line of scrimmage.
Pablo Kovatier, the point after. A fake. Neary on that fire is going to be upended. And the conversion for 2 points is not successful. But Naugatuck has retaken the lead here, 18-14. Going back to that play where well, let's watch it again.
They snapped the ball on the 47. Now watch, he goes back 5, 6 yards. Now he comes up.
Here I'm looking for him to run the football.
Right there is the line of scrimmage, so he's way over. By the time he throws it, he's 2 yards over that line of scrimmage. And it is a touchdown, though. That's all that counts.
Nope.
And Seymour down here by 4, 18-14 as. And again, Paul Sponheimer there is asking Bruce Brenya about that right now. Unfortunately, they can't go to the instant replay. Under 2 minutes in the NFL, you immediately go there. In high school, that's just part of the game. Bruce Brenya talking with Paul Sponheimer. Maybe we ought to throw the red challenge flag out from up there and help them out.
Well, once again, I missed something on the field, but I thought Naugatuck is going to get
Naugatuck will take a timeout, and they will get another opportunity to convert here as Paul Sponheimer calls his defense over to talk to him.
So at halftime and in the second half, we've got a lot of things to discuss about this football game. It's I think it's met a lot of people's expectations. We knew all about the firepower of Seymour. And the Naugatuck Greyhounds, we've seen that they have firepower too. 2001 football season. Two excellent football teams.
I'll tell you, I like both football teams, especially the offenses of both teams. Naugatuck gives you a lot to think about. They've got an ability to run inside with Culverson and to get outside with Kovacic. Their quarterback, pretty good kid. He's like Deptula was last year, just beginning to run the offense. On the other side, Deptula did a great job with that Seymour offense with Rizzio and Tursky. Offensive lines have both been creditable for both football teams, and they put some points up here in the first half, 32. Going right now for another 2, so we may see a couple more right here.
Out of the wishbone formation, Darrell White is the quarterback, and he'll hand to Kovacic out of the right halfback spot, and Kovacic into the end for the 2 points, extending Naugatuck's lead to 20-14.
Culverson along with Bennett or Parenti. That's Parenti in there blocking, allowing Kovacic to just put his nose down. Rob Platsky talking to the young man right there, but to put his nose down and to pick up that 2-point conversion. So a 6-point lead here with 1:54 left to go, and I'm interested to see what Mr. Deptula does with about 1:45 on that clock in that Seymour no-huddle offense.
Every time Seymour gets the ball on offense, they are in, it seems to me, that they are in a 2-minute offense. They just are so explosive. Me thinks that we're going to have a lot more scoring in the football game.
I'm surprised. I didn't think it would be a track meet, to be honest. I thought Seymour might have the advantage if it was a track meet, but right now, the Greyhounds enjoy a 6-point lead, and they've been able to make some big plays here in this first half.
And if they are successful in stopping Seymour in the final minute and 54 ticks of this first half, remember, they will get the football to begin the second half. Kovacic set to kick it off.
Seymour's been able to have very good field position with their special teams unit, so we'll see what they're able to do here. As they can get that football around midfield, you're going to see that football up.
They are very, very dangerous. They've got that 2-minute offense. They've got all the weapons. It's not a very hard thing for the Cats to get on the board again. There's a fake handoff. Arroyo gets to the outside midfield, and he's taken out of bounds. And guess who does it? Or otherwise, Arroyo was away on a touchdown run.
If Kovacic was not the guy back, this kid is gone. Arroyo would have been gone, because Kovacic threw it into overdrive here for the last 10 yards. Watch, they faked the reverse. Arroyo is going to get to the outside and pick up some blocking. And now watch, there's no one. There's a foot race, and watch Kovacic right here decide to get an overdrive. You know, he drives Arroyo out of bounds, but Seymour with great field position at the 42.
At the 42 of Naugatuck, and a lot of time on the clock to get that 2-minute offense in gear. That's Deptula. He's going to be stopped on the play. Ian Diedrich on the stop, the outside backer. Ian, the junior, 5'10", 189 pounds.
Seymour has 2 timeouts available to them as they take one right here. Pressure. Deptula tries to get back to the line of scrimmage. Better throwing it away instead of trying to run the football here. Young quarterback's got to learn to just get rid of it and go back in the huddle, starting on 2nd and 10.
Buddy Freeheid also in on the last stop for Naugatuck. Bill, a 5'11", 228 pound senior nose guard. Wow, we've got a little bit time left here in the first half of play, and we've got a whole second half, and we've had a lot of scoring thus far. Naugatuck leads at 20-14. We're at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. It's our Telemedia High School football game of the week, and that Telemedia football game of the week is brought to you in part by your friends at Adams Super Stores.
Both football teams here are obviously concerned about not only this game, but the implications for playoffs and league championships. And this one is very big for both football teams if they want to advance past the 10th here this year.
Second down coming up for the Cats at the 41 of Naugatuck. Joe Deptula back to throw as a receiver out there. Incomplete. He was going for Arroyo on the play. Covatier along with Bennett were in the area for Naugatuck.
Straight drop back by Deptula. Good blocking. Puts the ball outside. Arroyo just unable to come up with it. Would have been a great catch if he did, and it's a big third down here for Seymour. Paul Sponheimer there right at the yardsticks. Still wearing those shorts. The coach
That's his trade.
got those shorts. Notice Bobby Kello and the rest of the staff have followed suit here tonight. A beautiful evening for football here at Veterans.
Third and 9, buddy, at the 41 of Naugatuck. Deptula on a screen flat. It's incomplete. He was going for Bukaris on the play and brings up a fourth down for the Cats.
He tries to get outside number 92.
Smagelski
just gets his arms up. He will deflect it. And it will be a fourth down. Good job by the young man getting up, and Seymour will take another timeout here.
And Buddy Chris is using that frame of his 6'4" to get up and in the face of Deptula on the play.
Get a look in the huddle. Talking a little bit about the down, out, and up from Seymour on the pattern as you get across the field. Seymour now with one play. Got to pick up at least 9 yards to hold onto the football. Excellent field position set up by Mike Arroyo's kick return, and so far Seymour has not been able to take advantage of that good field position. Deptula sacked on the first attempt and 2 incompletions.
And if it weren't for number 19 for the Garnet and Gray, Arroyo would have been off. Might have gone the distance. Fourth down. Deptula throws over the middle. Well overthrown. And he was going for Bukaris on the play. Incomplete. The ball will turn over on downs. That was Paradisi, the tri-captain on defensive coverage for the Hounds.
Pretty good protection. They just go straight in the middle. Paradisi coverage on number 21. Mount Bukaris never had a completion. That was never going to be completed. And Naugatuck now has 1 minute and 18 seconds. Not bad field position for their offense.
And we've seen what they can do with the football in this situation. They lead by 6, 1:18 remaining. And Darrell White has thrown the football well here this evening. They're going to go to an I formation, and Bennett runs very, very well on the first down carry as he gets it close to midfield before he's wrapped up by Allen on the play.
Straight ahead is Culverson leads, Bennett follows. About 7 yards on that play.
And I'll tell you, buddy, Nate Allopat has been tremendous defensively. E.J. Leary on the stop.
Culverson just comes right up the gut for the first down. They're at the 42 of Seymour.
You know, buddy, you mentioned before with their base offense, I think they can move the chains and they can maintain possession, and the offensive line is good enough to do that. First down at the 42. Time running out. White throws out in the flat. It's incomplete. Bennett is disgusted at himself. It was a forward pass. It drops incomplete.
He's better off dropping this.
Absolutely.
The clock is stopped. He would not have gotten out of bounds, and really it's only about a 2-yard throw.
And, buddy, every time you throw it out in the flat like that in this stage of the game,
too many bad things can happen.
I don't.
My son is tapping me on the shoulder. I go back to last year with a call on my son's game that was not a good call on the flat. But bad things can happen when you get that football out on the flat.
And Buddy alluded to the fact that we have a cameo appearance by Brad Chernovitz, and of course our spotter, Ryan Coffey. On the screen, that is Darrell White trying to screen it over the middle, falls incomplete. 34 ticks remaining.
I think they're trying to go to number 84, Matt Gomes, there as they bring him underneath. Really never sold it. He just kept dropping back. Gomes ball over his head, and it'll be a 3rd down for the Greyhounds. We've got 34 seconds left to go here. I wouldn't be surprised to see Naugatuck run it here. I don't think they want to even give Seymour the opportunity to get the football back. Interesting call here, because if they run it, they could run the clock out. If they throw it, Seymour might get the football back.
And the ball is at the 42 of Seymour. We've got 34 ticks remaining here in the first half. Naugatuck leads it 20-14. Double handoff coming up with the football. That's Kovatier. He's wrapped up inside the 40-yard line.
Inside double handoff. It's the crisscross scissors as they go from Bennett to Kovatier. Kovatier picks up about 3, and we've got a timeout here, and it's going to force to punt the football. Seymour will take the time. And we've got 24 seconds left to go.
And you see the officials huddling out there. Rob Plasky, not exactly in your picture, but he's out there. There he is, the right corner, and now off the field. First-year head coach up here. Played in the late 1980s for former coach Craig Peters, and Rob, of course, an excellent quarterback. 3 sports star up here at Naugatuck High School.
Naugatuck has had 3 very good drives. First one of 77 yards, the second 85, and that third one of 61 yards. And they've been able to move the football a great distance. Naugatuck able to put 20 points on the board and have an opportunity here. Well, they're going to punt the football to Seymour, so they're not going to have an opportunity to add to it in the first half.
Kovatier back at midfield. He'll step up. It's a low punt. It's going to just roll down to the 12-yard line. It's down by the Naugatuck Greyhounds. A few of the Garnett and Gray on the football. And the Cats have the football at their 12-yard line. And the scoreboard clock, which is official, being kept up here, the time being kept up here officially in the press box with 15 ticks. Mr. James Carey.
Jim to his friends.
Jim Carey.
I don't know if we qualify as...
And there's the knee by Joe Deptula. And we played 1 as the time's going to run out here in the first half at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. Our first score, Naugatuck 20 and C14. We'll be coming back with our halftime activities, and that'll involve the Naugatuck High School marching band right after this.
You run into them all over town. They're your hometown friends and neighbors, and they work at your locally owned IGA, bringing you the products they know you like, the prices that prove you're getting great value, and the knowledgeable personal service you'd expect from a neighbor, from someone who's as much a part of your community as you are. IGA, for 75 years, hometown proud.
We're back, everyone. It's halftime at Veterans Field in Naugatuck, and on the field, the Naugatuck High School marching band.
Ball 9 times. They had 2 completions for 2 touchdowns. 111 yards in passing. Seymour was 5 for 11 for 76. So very big plays for the Naugatuck Greyhounds in that first half.
And I'll tell you, McDomino kicks off, and that's Kovatier, and he slips down at the 30-yard line. And making sure he stayed down was Joel Ionacone on special teams.
Kovacic gets the bounce. 10-yard line again, just straight up the middle, and then he looks to break. Picks up some blocking right here. He loses his footing because he went down pretty much on his own. About the 29-yard line. Well, Naugatuck will begin this second half.
So we'll spot the football at the 29-yard line, the Greyhounds' first possession of the second half, and Darrell White with the football. He faked into the line, and White held on and all the way down the near sidelines before he's taken out of bounds by Tursky down to the 40-yard line. Darrell White.
This is not a sophomore as he comes out here. Great ride. He comes out the option. He's looking for someone to pitch with. Finally does a great job. He got number 14 turned around. That's Leary. And then what a block there. And I think you got to give Gomes credit for that one. And then he's finally going to get run out of bounds by Matt Tursky, but he is down inside the 40 at the Seymour 37-yard line.
And Naugatuck leads it 20-14. The Greyhounds on the move early. That's Larry Bennett running the football. Larry down to the 35-yard line before he's taken down by the middle linebacker, Kurt Perrell.
Watch Culverson 43 kick the end out. He kicks Tursky to the sidelines. Bennett comes behind him, but a good job by the linebackers as Culverson did a great job on number 18, Matt Tursky.
So the ball resting at the 35-yard line of Seymour. 2nd and 8 for the Hounds. Just into the third quarter of play. Packed crowd here at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. They'll hand to Culbertson, and Culbertson spins out of tackles all the way inside the 25-yard line before he's wrestled down by Leary. See Culbertson.
Just a solid inside trap. Great block there by the guard.
Look at those legs move. Look at those legs.
Boy, he just spins around and keeps his traction going forward. Picks up another first down for the Naugatuck offense.
And
great job.
And here's where Seymour's defense has got to come up big. Naugatuck has a first down at the 25. First possession of the second half in his battle for Naugatuck Valley League supremacy. That's Culbertson wrapped up after a short pickup. He's driven back by the pack.
You love to see Mike Tyson picking up Culverson after he knocks him down. And this guy just keeps those legs going. Look at him. He's not going to go down. There's a lot of white jerseys. About 5 guys probably get him down. Looked like a tag team there. And Mike White or Darrell White just done an excellent job running the Naugatuck offense here. And they've been able to move the football around between Bennett, Culverson, and Kovacic here all night.
And you mentioned that telling stats before. Two pass completions by the Greyhounds this evening and both going for touchdowns. Kovacic wrapped up after a short pickup by Perrell, the 5'10", 250-pound senior captain.
Perrell does a good job of coming in behind Culverson as he turns upfield. Comes from his middle linebacker position, had him lined up, and a good tackle. No gain of third down. And this is a pretty big defensive play here. Stand for that Wildcat offenses. They don't want to go down 2 touchdowns here to begin this second half to Naugatuck.
Ball at the 24-yard line. Gomes out to the right side. Darrell White, play fake, rolling to the right. Has a lane, tucks it in, runs the football. Darrell White inside the 15, and he's going to pick up with a favorable spot, a first down.
Watch him come out, wants to throw, finds no openings, then gets the outside. Watch what he does to Tursky right here. Hello, an arm tackle, he breaks it. Number 74 finally wraps him up, but that's Perrell, but a big first down for that Naugatuck offense again. Great play by Darrell White, the young sophomore quarterback.
Just inside the 15-yard line, and the Sophomores picked up a first down, and the Greyhounds will go to the bone. And it's Kovacic gets to the outside. He slips and slides inside the 5-yard line. And it looks to be another first down before he's taken down by Arroyo on the play. And Naugatuck is just coming at Seymour.
What a block by Culverson on number 59, Paul Thomas, and then coming behind Covatier with a jet stream inside the 5 to the 4, another first down. It is 1st and goal. I am impressed with this third drive opening this third quarter for Naugatuck.
1st and goal at the Seymour 4. Wishbone. Darrell White is the quarterback. Now he checks off, and you are impressed. Checks off, and now again it's Covatier, slides off the left side. He's in, crosses, gets across the plane in the end zone. Touchdown, Greyhounds.
Wow, that is an outstanding drive, and boy, I'll tell you, if Darrell White is coming off as a sophomore, I got to take my hat off to this young guy, because this drive just right down the field, great runs, White with great option, and then a great read on a pass play getting outside for first down. It's Culverson just outstanding running and blocking, and boy, I'll tell you, I didn't think the Greyhounds would be ahead by 12 points here beginning of this third quarter. They're making me a believer.
And the Greyhounds will go for 2. They now lead it 26-14. Darrell White, play fake, rolls right, looking into the end zone, drills incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Smigelski, broken up at the goal line.
Good fake in here by the young quarterback. Comes out the counter action, throws the strike, but a pretty good defensive play there for Seymour.
Let's see, that might have been Leary on the...
Give it to Leary because we can't tell, but
couldn't tell
not a bad play. Samelski could not get his hands on it, and 12-point lead here for the Greyhounds with 7:59 left in this third quarter.
And there is a break in the action up here at Naugatuck, and let's take this timeout.
At your locally owned IGA store, you'll get a feeling of hometown pride every day. You'll see it in the season's best fruits and vegetables, and the selection you want in tender and juicy meats. All of it brought to you by your hometown friends and neighbors who are part of your community too. And if they won't give you the best, who will? IGA, for 75 years, hometown proud.
Telemedia customers, digital cable is available now with more choices than ever before. 33 new channels provide you the best variety of programs to watch. 45 channels of music, 60 channels of pay-per-view, and featuring the interactive programming guide all under your control with the new Explorer digital converter and remote. Call Telemedia today to arrange your free install and free 30-day trial.
Telemedia Cable, we're working harder than ever to stay connected to you.
Welcome back, everyone. So the Greyhounds took the second half kickoff, methodically went down the field behind the direction of the sophomore quarterback, Darrell White. It was Covatier 4 yards out, and it's Covatier kicking off. That's Arroyo on the other end, and he was taken down by Bennett on the play.
No, I think that's 32, Chris
Bisson.
or Bisson.
Bisson.
Watch Arroyo set it up, starts up, and then tries to get to the outside. Bisson right here just does an excellent job of getting the numbers right to the knees. Solid tackle at the 25, 26-yard line.
And Chris is only a sophomore for the Naugatuck Greyhounds. So Seymour sets up shop, their first offensive possession. They got to maintain that game plan. They give to the fullback. That's Schultz taking down Tursky. And Tursky might have picked up the first down on Seymour's first play from scrimmage.
Fullback just comes behind the blocking of number 7 and the pulling guard and tackle for Seymour. That's John Harkins. Allows Tursky to get inside, picks up the first down at the 40-yard line.
First down for the Cats. He thinks there's going to be a lot of scoring left to go in this game. And running the football, that's Charlie Riccio. And he's picked up another first down. 2 plays, 2 first downs. It's Covatier on the tackle.
People who said this would not be a track meet are certainly a little mistaken. You see Ellis there with Harkins this time getting Rizzio into the secondary. Covatier gets to the legs, knocks him down. Another first down across midfield, about the 47. Here we go.
Even though Seymour's not been in this position this year, no reason to panic. You go with your game plan. And right now the Cats are running the football behind that offensive line. That's Rizzio. This time he stopped for a short pickup. James Leahy on the stop.
You know how on Friday any of the teams go out there, they go against there a little bit. You know, this looks like a Friday practice in some respect. They're running some yardage here. Every time they run the football or do something, they're picking up some pretty good yards. Seymour, boy, they want to run a lot of plays as they get back to the football and ready to go.
Well, Deptula will put it up on second down. Incomplete on the play. Arroyo was the intended receiver, and with him was Covatier on the coverage. Mike was pointing to the official and maybe complaining about something.
Well, they get the football down the field, and whether Covatier prevented Arroyo from coming back to the football, I think Paul Sponheimer feels he did. The referee does not, and usually the referee wins in those cases.
3rd and 9, and Seymour has it at the 45 of Naugatuck. Their first possession of the second half, and the Hounds are up by 2 scores. Short drop. And Deptula knocked down from the backside. It's Diedrich, 5'10", 189-pound junior outside backer. The coaching staff from Naugatuck said he was a good one.
Diedrich comes free here. He has a free shot at Deptula. Deptula never saw him. Unable to get the football off, and the Wildcats are going to be forced to punt back to the Greyhounds. So we turn it around and go the other way.
And Arroyo will punt it away. Mike standing at his 41-yard line, and double safeties for the Naugatuck Greyhounds. They lead it 26-14 in the 3rd quarter here up in Naugatuck. And the Greyhounds elect to just let the ball roll to a rest back at the 15-yard line, where they'll get the football back again. We'll go to our 3rd quarter feature, our Adams Hometown Athletes feature. Chosen, and we will honor 2 athletes from both Naugatuck High School and Seymour High School, and these athletes have been chosen by the athletic staffs at their respective high schools.
Adams Superfood Stores presents Hometown Athlete.
One of this week's hometown athletes is Seymour junior Jesse Metzger, middle hitter on the 11-2 Seymour volleyball team. She had 10 kills and 13 blocks in a losing effort against Walcott, a member of the NVL champion volleyball and Wildcat basketball varsity teams during her 3-year high school career. She's a member of the National Honor Society and the Spanish Club. Jesse hopes to play volleyball in college and eventually train to be a pilot. Another of this week's hometown athletes is Naugatuck senior Jamie Raskowski, formerly a diver on the Naughty team. She's competing for the first time this year on the Greyhound cross-country team. Jamie has placed first among her teammates in every meet. Tri-captain of the Naugatuck basketball team, Jamie is also secretary of the National Honor Society and president of the senior class. She has been recognized in the academic edition of Who's Who and volunteers with special education students.
Congratulations to this week's Adams Hometown Athlete.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, the Greyhounds were assessed a half the distance penalty, so on the punt return, and they're back inside their 10-yard line. They own a 12-point lead, but they're pinned deep in their own territory. That's to give to Covatier in the open field, and then he slips trying to make a cut at the 25-yard line. He simply slipped and fell on the turf.
Right now, Naugatuck is beating Seymour at their own game here. They are running the football. They are making big chunks of yardage as Covatier is going to lose the footing right there. Deptula on the stop, but boy, you got to give this Naugatuck offense some credit. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter and just wound it up. We're going to get a timeout by the Greyhounds. On that last drive, Darrell White had a 39-yard option run and then tacked on a 9-yard scramble. They had an 81-yard drive for the score, and this is a very, very big defensive series, I think, Eddie, for this Seymour football team. See Paul Sponheimer in the middle of that huddle. They have to stop Seymour, or stop the Wildcat, or stop the Greyhounds. They cannot give up another score here to the Naugatuck Greyhounds. You get a look at the sidelines in a very, very big crowd here at Veterans Stadium. This game has certainly lived up to everything people thought it would be, including the track meet.
You know, there's always the question about what you do with a bye week. Now, Naugatuck, it had a bye week. and they really use. And when I talked to Rob Plasky during the week, he said he thought that his team had an advantage with that bye week because, first of all, he knew that they were going to face Seymour, trying to defend against Seymour's offense, and Naugatuck really needed the 2 weeks to prepare for the game. They had a chance to see Seymour. Again, I mentioned this before, in person down at DeBarber Field against Torrington. And, Rob Plasky had a smile on his face when I talked to him, and he said, we have a good game plan.
He really has had and executed an outstanding game plan here so far, and I'm impressed with their ability to run the football.
First down at the 25. Running the football is Jesse Culbertson. Leary on the stop from the secondary. If you can't stop Culbertson now, it's going to be trouble.
Well,
for
you
the
got
Cats.
a pretty good 1-2 punch with Culbertson inside, and he's getting good yardage now. And you got Covatier outside and Bennett a pretty good changeup. And then you got the quarterback who's giving you some big running plays also. So, 2 pass plays for touchdowns, a couple option runs, and a couple of the scrambles for Mr. White. And this has been a balanced attack.
And the Greyhounds have what they want, a 2nd and short. And keeping the football, and for a loss this time was the sophomore White. Pinned for a loss on the play.
Good job by Kevin Brown playing the option. You see number 20 for Seymour, Chris Herbert. He goes with the pitch. Brown takes the quarterback. Big play by that defense. As you see Rob Plasky giving Darrell White the play, it's going to be a 3rd and 7. Big 3rd down here for both sides. If Naugatuck can continue this drive with 5:15 left to go in this 3rd quarter, they're going to be able to take a couple more minutes off the clock, and Seymour really has to get the football back. They're down 2 scores.
Inside handoff goes to Bennett, and Bennett is going to spin for the first down. The senior running back, Larry Bennett.
There's the changeup you get. Culverson, Covatier, White, and here comes the changeup. And you get Mr. Bennett on the inside scissors for the first down. Great run by number 22, Larry Bennett. Just a very balanced attack here for the Naugatuck Greyhounds. And I'll tell you, you got to give that offensive line credit. They have been in the trenches here doing their job.
And when we get an opportunity, I want to mention and give them the credit they deserve. That's Jesse Culbertson running in 4th quarter. He wears
He will wear you down. Cats, because they are being pushed down the field. Naugatuck football team. That's 8 yards for Culverson on that belly play. And right now, Seymour is back on their heels, and they've got to stop right now. The Greyhounds they're going to lose this football game.
2nd and short for Naugatuck. They're at their 46. They're in the midst of their 2nd possession of the 2nd half, and they've moved the football both times. Inside handoff to the fullback, close to the line to make.
I think he's got it.
We'll look for the spot.
Watch now as he just comes over the right side, just straight ahead. He gets stopped. Watch the leg drive. He's going to pick up a little extra, little face mask that they didn't pick up. But he's got the first down close to midfield. Rob Plasky to his young quarterback, Darrell White. And I'll tell you, Rob Plasky and his staff have done a great job of nurturing this young man. He is a very young, very good, and a leader-type quarterback.
Buddy, they had a decision to make after the scrimmages. Do they go with the more experienced quarterback, the backup last year, Joe Neary, the senior, or the sophomore? They made it as a coaching staff. They made the decision to go with the sophomore, Darrell White. First down for Naugatuck at the 49, in control of the football game. Bennett this time is going to be stopped by the Seymour defense. Allopat, John Harkins among the Seymour tacklers. You're right, this is a crucial series for the Seymour Wildcats.
They follow Culverson, and Bennett really just doesn't even get to the line of scrimmage. Look at number 79 for that Seymour defense. That's Harkins. He just wraps him up. Again, Coach Plasky talking with Darrell White, sending him back in, and they have been shuffling the plays, really. Plasky talking to White on almost every opportunity he can have, and White just comes into the huddle with the play.
John Harkins now going both ways for the Cats, in on defense, and he Also is on that offensive line for Coach Paul Sponheimer's team. 2nd and 11 now with the loss on the play. The sophomore quarterback White back to throw, completes it. That's to Gelski. He holds on to the football. He's close to another first down before he's wrapped up by Arroyo on the play.
Watch the little just roll action and watch Mr. White get the football right into the hands of his receiver. Wide open. He's the tight end just coming under about 5 to 7 yards across the field. Picks up another, or very close to another first down. And Eddie, at 5:35, we said it was a big series, and now it's down to 2:30 here in this third quarter. And again, Naugatuck is making first downs and running the clock. They've got 12 points, and the Greyhounds right now in excellent, excellent position as they are close to the Seymour 40 with another first down.
Moving the chains.
And moving that clock.
And you're right, all important, taking time off that clock, and they are in possession of a 12-point lead. 2:30 remaining third quarter. We're in Naugatuck. Our Telemedia High School Football Game of the Week brought to you in part by your friends at Adams Superfood Stores. Out of the wishbone, that's Kovacic.
Boy, they got a lot of guys in front of
and
this young man.
Kovacic will cut it back in. He's making 8-9 yards on the play, close to the 30-yard line. Just
watch this one now. You get Culverson, you got number 35
that's
out
Parenti.
there, Parenti, and they got some blockers. Number 60 gets into this one also. And boy, there's a lot of Greyhounds out in front of Mr. Kovacic. 8.5, 9 yards on that wishbone, and they're just coming at you right now and saying to Seymour, hey, you want it, you better stop us, because we're just going to play solid, hard, straight-ahead football.
On a quick count, the Southmore takes it straight ahead. First down inside the 30. What a great display of football by the Garnet and Gray.
And Eddie, in the first half, I thought that maybe Naugatuck should have come and done a little bit more of this. I thought they tried on some plays where they really could have stayed with the running attack, really let Culverson and Kovacic Bennett really carry the football a little more. In the third quarter, they have come out here and done exactly that, and it's been successful.
And think of what their master and their game plan. Seymour's offense is on the sidelines. The fake, and there's a loose ball. It's picked up. That's a roll. Midfield, the 40-yard line. It's a foot race. And Arroyo will be going into the end zone. A fumble recovery, and just like that, the momentum of the game might have changed. Mike Arroyo picked up the loose football and ran it back for a touchdown.
This is a young mistake. Naugatuck now just turns the football over. They pitched it, should have held it. Arroyo, with great speed as we have seen all evening, he has put the Wildcats back into this one. They were being pushed around, and one play here, we will see if this turns this football game around, because right now the gut check is on the other side of the field, and what Naugatuck does in this next possession is going to determine whether they win or lose this football game.
Craig Vigdomino, extra point through the uprights, and hold the phone, everyone. 1:18 remaining. Our new score, Naugatuck 26, Seymour 21, and keep in mind, Arroyo, the fastest player on the Seymour team, picked up the loose football, picked it up off the turf, as Naugatuck seemingly had this game in control. They still own a 5-point lead.
My son is doing some stats for us. The Naugatuck Greyhounds have 9 first downs in that third quarter. Seymour has 0. And yet they both have 1 touchdown each, and actually Seymour has 7 points and Naugatuck 6. So everything that the Naugatuck Greyhounds were doing, they did well. One mistake, one big play on the other side has erased all of it, turned it around. I like to talk about the pep rally factor. Naugatuck just gave Seymour the biggest pep rally of the game, and right now you see Naugatuck trying to get their people back into this one, because what the Seymour Wildcats do here, what the Naugatuck Greyhounds do on offense is going to determine this football game.
Vigdomino to kick it off, and we've got ourselves a great one. Kicks it high and short for Vigdomino, that is down to the 10, end over end. Taken by Gomes, the sophomore, And he'll advance the football across the 30-yard line.
Ball comes to Gomes, and I know Seymour would rather see number 84 carry it than number 19. Kovatier makes a good block. Finally, Thompson, number 79, or Harkins, number 79 for Seymour, will wrap him up. Harkins, I'm sorry, wrapped him up, number 79, and we're ready to go here about the 34-yard line. Let's see what the Greyhounds can do right now.
Their third possession of the third quarter. Darrell White, the sophomore, rolls to the near side, running the football. He'll get the corner, but he was hemmed in there, and let's give some credit.
That was a busted play, Edward, all the way. That was not intended. Watch, he's going to miss the hand. He's going to try and get...
Trying to do something with the football.
Kovatier may have gone the wrong way. Give this young man credit. He just puts it down, does not make a mistake, get the football out of bounds, and he'll pick up about 5 yards on his way to getting out of bounds.
It was number 20, Chris Hebert, who was closest to Darrell White. So on a busted play, 2nd and 5 coming up for the Greyhounds, holding a 5-point lead. They're at their 38. Play fake, and he's going to be dragged down.
Alapat, number 57, Eddie, comes right through the block. Watch Alapat down at the bottom. He just goes, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback. Number 68 was trying to block him, could not do it.
And when I asked Coach Sponheimer during the week, do you have any unsung players, any players that do not get the press? He said, number 57, Alapat. He's been a tower of strength defensively for our team all year long. You saw it on that play. Now it's a 3rd and 15. Naugatuck back at their 28. On the toss, that's the Kovatier. Kovatier picking his way, still on his feet. It's a loose ball, and let's see who has fallen on it. Might have been a Greyhound that fell on the football.
71, Chris Roberts is going to get
The
credit
center.
for it. Chris Roberts is covering that football. Again, another mistake by the Greyhounds, but it's going to bring up a punting situation. Just to pitch to Kovatier, he follows Culverson around the outside, and then he picks up good yardage. But right here, he's going to lose the important package that he was carrying, covered by number 71, Mr. Roberts, man on the spot, and it will bring up a punting situation.
And we have just concluded our third quarter of play from up here at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. Our third quarter score, Naugatuck 26 and Seymour 21.
Locally owned IGA stores have been part of American life since 1926, so you'll pardon us if we hang on to some old-fashioned ideas, like simply asking if we can help you, or maybe showing you where something is, cutting meat just the way you like it, or bagging your groceries and taking them to your car. You know, things too many other stores don't do that much anymore, but you'll still find them at IGA. For 75 years, hometown proud.
We're back, everyone. So Naugatuck faced with a 4th down at their 40, 4th and 3, and a 5-point lead, are forced to punt it away. A short snap from center. Kovatier fields it on a bounce, and he'll get his punt off. It's low, and it's not going to be returned back to the 17-yard line, and the Cats will go on offense.
Eddie, Seymour only ran 3 offensive plays in that entire third quarter. The big turnover and the return by Arroyo really has kept them in this football game, and their offense right now has a chance to put them ahead if they can get down the field. They are trailing by 5 points, 11:50 left to go in this football game. A third quarter that was dominated on offense by the Greyhounds. The turnover, a big mistake for them.
A change in momentum. First down for the Cats. They're going to run the fullback. Or is that Hebert? Chris Hebert, the ball carrier. Parenti on the stop.
Hebert just comes from that I-back position, follows his fullback and the offensive line, picks up about 4.5 yards on that first down.
I don't know if anything, well, no, I was going to say I don't know if anything happened to Rizzio, but Rizzio is now the fullback holding on to the football is the quarterback, Deptula, so it's going to be a 3rd down coming up as the hitting fierce out there on the field.
Deptula tries to come out of the fake with the option, and he has no place to go. Number 55 with excellent penetration, free height, and then forces the quarterback to turn up, and he runs into a mess of jerseys. You see number 43 Culberson around his legs down at the bottom of the pile.
And Bob Kello yelling out instructions to his quarterback. Deptula, 3rd and 6 for the Cats, just outside their 20-yard line. Deptula back to throw, throws over the middle, has a receiver out there, broken up at the last moment by Matt Paradisi. Matt Bucharis was the intended receiver, and I'll tell you, if that pass is there, Bucharis is off to the races.
Watch Paradisi come from nowhere at the end here. He's got his arm in the cast, and he just gets it up, extends his legs, gets out, and knocks the football down. As you see, number 21 there for the Wildcats, Bucharis, would have had a lot of white lines and green grass ahead of him.
Buddy Paradisi just cleared a few days ago to play just on defense, unable with that cast to play any offense. A fair catch called for by Kovatier, backs up at his 38-yard line. So we've got a lot of time left in this football game. I'll tell you what, everybody in this press box is really paying attention to this one.
It's a great, great football game.
The Naugatuck
lived up to everything you could ask for because, boy, I'll tell you, you had 2 offenses that really moved the football, and when they've had 2, both defenses have made some big plays. And right now, Naugatuck, if they can get drive going here, they can knock some time off the clock, another score, they could put it away. So the destiny is in the hands of the Greyhound offense right now.
The best teams in the Naugatuck Valley League on display here tonight. Naugatuck, a double handoff. And Kovatier is going to be stopped for a loss on the play. Coming up to meet the play, Matt Tursky, outside backer.
Bennett to Kovatier, the crisscross scissors, and Tursky
somebody inside.
With,
somebody
number
inside
78
too.
there.
That's
Mike Thompson
all
over that play. So they're backed up about 4, and I'd like to see this football team just stay serious and let Culberson and Kovatier just right at you and see what they could do. But they're 5 yards backed up now. They're 2nd and out of their schedule. And Mr. White here.
And the pitch. And Bennett's going to be dumped for another loss on the play. The fake inside to the fullback, and I'll tell you what, you're throwing that pitch out, I'll tell you, you're getting into dangerous territory. And your son, Brad Chernovitz, who knows a little bit about football, is agreeing with me.
They do a good job. Watch number 80, Royal, come up and play the pitch. He is solid. And that play loses about 3, maybe 3 more or so, and it's a 3rd and about 17, 16 yards, and not good for your offense when you're going the wrong way.
So 3rd and 15 for Naugatuck. They're at their 33-yard line. The line to make is all the way up at the 49.
Now you don't want a turnover here. You don't want to make a mistake. Worst thing you can do here is punt on 4.
High formation, wide is the quarterback. He'll toss the short side of the field. Kovatier, halfback option coming up, throws downfield into a crowded group of Wildcats. It went right through their hands. The pass was intended for Gomes on the play. It falls incomplete.
Leary and Deptula are the 2 closest receivers to this, and they're wearing white jerseys. Again, you don't want to make a mistake, and you've got a guy who doesn't normally throw it. He just throws it up. Watch Deptula, number 14 and 17. Deptula 17 and E.J. Leary had the best opportunity, and Naugatuck is going to give Seymour pretty good field position here on this exchange.
And Kovatier back to his 20-yard line. Do you send him, buddy? Do you send Seymour's?
No, I'll take my field position here, especially with this guy.
There's the punt by Kovatier. It's a good punt, and it's going to be down. And a loose ball now.
Can't lose it. Can't lose it. The ball was touched by Naugatuck first.
So it's first touch.
Cannot lose it.
There was a
Don't even go down in the pile, my man. Don't even go down. Right. That's an automatic.
That's a first touch by Naugatuck.
First touch, yep. If you don't kill it, the other team has an opportunity to pick it up. And the guy was just signaling that it was a touch. I'm not going to give this guy a chance. We saw how he did before on a attempted block punt, got outside. I'm going to keep Kovatier inside. take my field position right here, and I'll stick at 35 if I'm Seymour. I've got a lot of 40. The ball did touch the Wildcats, and Naugatuck did have it. That's a good call by the officiating crew.
Well, let's make it the line of scrimmage now, the 36-yard line. The Cats set up stop. One score down for the Naugatuck Greyhounds. First down from their 36. That is Leary in motion. Deptula back to throw. He'll wind up a home run toss. Throws it downfield for grabs and all picked off. Sean Allen almost picked it off.
Looks like a two-deep coverage for Naugatuck. Both of the Naugatuck players coming off the hash, just getting to the sidelines. And look at number 88, just do a great job of coverage, preventing the almost coming up with the interception. And I'm surprised Seymour trying to go for a home run here instead of just coming right at the Wildcats.
So on second down, they'll run the tailback. Chris Heber running out of the tailback spot. He'll pick up short yardage on the play. Now brings up a third and long.
78 and 74 for the Wildcats. Farrell and Thomas trying to get that tailback Chris Herbert into the secondary. Good job by Naugatuck closing down that inside trap play. Big third down here for Seymour.
Third down, third and the Cats have it at their 37 into the fourth quarter of play. Naugatuck leads it by 5. We're up here in Naugatuck. Play fake, Deptula throws, and it is almost picked off by the Greyhounds. That was Sean Allen, had it in his mitts and dropped the football.
Leary was the intended receiver. Allen just has an opportunity here that he is going to remember tomorrow morning when he wakes up. He is right there, steps up, just as come up with the interception, but it is still a 4th and punting situation, so Naugatuck will get the football back.
And Arroyo probably has punted more times in this game than he has coming all season long. He gets a high punt. It's going to just die there, 30-yard line. We've got a break in the action here at Naugatuck, and let's take this timeout.
Lately, you've been hearing a lot about DSL and high-speed cable services. The fact is, DSL has nothing on us, not price and not speed. Now you can have a cable modem installed in your home free through Telemedia, and we'll throw in 30 days of service free. That's how sure we are of the superiority of our cable modems. High-speed internet access without a contract. Wherever you live on the Telemedia system, you can experience the freedom of broadband internet service. Reliability, speed, no contract. Get connected today.
Poverty, poverty, poverty. We're learning how to beat you. We're gonna hit you with all we got. Poverty, we don't fear you anymore.
We're strong, Poverty. We're coming at you.
Remember to support the Valley United Way and the United Way of Naugatuck and Beacon Falls.
So after the Arroyo punt, Naugatuck takes over, clinging to a 5-point lead. They're at their 30-yard line. You talk about great high school football games. We have one here. Jesse Culbertson, the senior captain, picks up 3 very important yards.
Culverson just comes over that left side, straight ahead. Low to the ground, solid leg drive, picks up 3. And I want to see the Greyhounds just play solid, straight ahead football here and see what happens.
Gomes out to the right side. Wing T look, tight formation. Bennett will go in motion. Scissors action. That's Kovatier. And Seymour defenses the play well right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of a half yard on the play.
Reverse pivot, fullback goes away, and then the tail or the wing comes underneath Culverson. Seymour wrapped that one up. 3rd and long here for that Naugatuck offense. 6:37 and counting.
Well, he got back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's at the 32-yard line. 3rd and a long 8 for Naugatuck. Naugatuck 26, Seymour 21. Bennett will go in motion. Single back offense. Darrell White, the short drop, completes it It's going to be not nearly enough yards for first down. Completed it out to Larry Bennett, so it's going to be a fourth down kicking situation.
Saw Bennett in motion. He just comes, slides to the flat. Little roll by the quarterback. He'll get the football out there, but great coverage by Seymour. And it's the punting situation, as Edward just said. Good job by Chris Hebert on the tackle, and it looks like a leg cramp out on that side, the Naugatuck side. Naugatuck is going to be forced to punt the football back to the Wildcats. They'll have a little under 6 minutes by the time the exchange takes place. So Seymour still has not tacked down one first down in this third quarter, or 2 first downs in this third and fourth quarter for their offense. Rob Plasky out there with his player, and we don't know who the young man is with the leg cramp. Just been a real good football game here at Veterans Stadium, and Naugatuck really in this third and fourth quarter has really dominated, except for that one turnover. They've dominated this football game. Without that turnover, I think Seymour, they would not have had an opportunity. They're still alive because of that turnover.
Well, at that point, I think it was when the ball went on the turf, it was a 2nd and 2 for Naugatuck, and they were really just running.
Under 2 minutes left in that third quarter, too.
They were running at will.
And that's quarterback, excuse me, Eddie, Darrell White coming off with that leg cramp. So he'll get an opportunity to sit and come back.
And he's getting some liquids in him. And meanwhile, with the 4th and 7 coming up for Naugatuck, again, it's Covertier back to punt the football. But you notice their field position is improving for Seymour. Covertier gets the snap from center and gets it off. A high punt and a fair catch called for by Bucharest at his 29-yard line. Good punt by Pablo. And Seymour gets the football back again.
That's an excellent punt for 2 reasons. One, he pushes them back inside the 30, but 2, there's no return. The height of that kick prevented any kind of a return. Just a good, solid kick by a guy who's done everything in this football game for Naugatuck, Pablo Covertier.
So Seymour takes over at their 29-yard line. Let's see what the Cats do. They're going to run. Charlie Rizzio out of the tailback spot will pick up good yardage on first down out across 35.
Rizzio gets that inside full block from his guard and tackle, just follows him right over that guard tackle area for good yardage.
Well, Tursky is the up back. Charlie behind him. Basic Seymour playing. And Rizzio takes it straight ahead, and he looks to have made the first down just at the 40, maybe outside the 40-yard line. Seymour going back to that basic football.
I think, I was just going to say, I think Paul Sponheimer just said to his guys, we're coming straight ahead. Block your man. We're going to knock them back. And they are doing that.
And the line, the center is Jeff Gilbert. The guards are Harkins and Perrell. The tackles, Ellis and Thompson. Running the football, this time Rizzio stopped by the Naugatuck defense. Number 51 and 92 around the football, Ian Diedrich.
Little wind back here for Rizzio. He really runs right into number 51. Ian Diedrich right at the line of scrimmage. Lost a yard, 2nd down for the Greyhound, or for that Seymour offense.
And the clock becomes a factor at the 39, 2nd and 11, fourth quarter action. Rizzio on a scissors play, and again the Greyhounds defense comes up big. Diedrich,
Culverson,
Kivitz, Smugelski, Culbertson. Wow.
A lot of red jerseys. The Garland are all over that play, and it's about a 5-yard loss. A very big 3rd down here with 4:17 left to go in this fourth quarter.
3rd and long now, 3rd and 15 for the Cats at their 36-yard line. And Bob Kello, the offensive coordinator for Seymour, screaming out directions to his junior quarterback.
Oh, Canadian League.
And being taken down, Deptul is taken down by number 55, the nose guard.
Looked like
Bill
Parenti.
Freeheight.
Okay, it's 55. You're right, Edward.
Freeheight.
That's going to be a penalty that the Seymour Wildcats committed with the double movement, two guys moving at the same time. Naugatuck obviously refusing it, and it's a 4th and 20 in a punting situation. 3:54 left in this fourth quarter.
And a little bit of confusion on the special teams for Naugatuck. They're forced to take a timeout, to burn a timeout here. We're under 4 minutes to go, and our score is Naugatuck 26 and Seymour 21. And, Buddy, interestingly enough, all the offense in the game, what's coming? So they're well-balanced. These are well-balanced teams. Naugatuck coming into the game, not really, you know, interesting. I just thought about it. You said that the Greyhounds have the two touchdown passes in this game. Well, coming into the football game, they had not thrown a touchdown pass on the season in their 4 games.
One, a little bit of a controversy, but both touchdown passes. One came off a flea flicker. The other came by Darrell White on a rollout. But he has 2 touchdowns to his credit. And that has really been part of the story of this football game, as the Wildcats now will give the football back to Naugatuck, and Naugatuck can get a first down. They're going to win this football game.
And Naugatuck is showing that they want to come at the punter. Arroyo tucks it under his arms, and he has run for the first down for the Wildcats. So hold the phone, Mike Arroyo.
Watch now as Arroyo gets the football. I don't ever think he was going to punt this one. He just takes off to the near sideline, and there's no one at home. And watch, at the end, he's just going to tack on a little extra as he picks up a big first down on a 4th and 20.
And he all the way down to the 47, running the football now. It's Charlie Rizzio shedding tackles down inside the 30, down inside the 25 before he's taken down by Culbertson, the senior captain, Charlie Rizzio. Oh, my.
Just when you thought Naugatuck had it all wrapped, a big special teams play by Arroyo, and here Rizzio comes back with a great run on first down inside the 25.
At the 23, first down for the Cats. That is Rizzio. Short pickup, 2 yards before he is taken down.
And I know Bobby Kello and Paul Sponheimer are thinking about scoring, but not leaving a lot of time for Naugatuck, as Rizzio goes over the left side for about 2 yards. You still really have to score first, and Seymour inside the 25.
Seymour at the 22 of Naugatuck. Handoff inside for a short pickup. It's the fullback Tursky on the carry, and Naugatuck defends that very well. Down at the 20-yard line, the ball's going to be marked. We're approaching the 2.5-minute mark here. Left to go in the football game. 26-21 Naugatuck. Deptula hands off. Rizzio will not make get the yardage necessary for a first down. He'll come up short of a couple.
Rizzio just follows Tursky, gets down low. He's going to be about 3 yards short of that first down. A fourth down and a timeout here for Seymour to talk it over. The last time they did this, they came with the pass play to E.J. Leary in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown. And big play, obviously, right here for the Seymour offense. Big play for the Naugatuck defense.
And
if they stop Seymour here, it's the ball game.
The game is on the line right here, and this Telemedia football game of the week is brought to you in part by your friends at Adams Super Food Stores.
Can't ask for anything more with 2:10 left to go. This one is in doubt. Going right down to the wire is that Naugatuck defense looking for a big play. Get their offense out and just run that clock out. And they'll come out of here with a 5-point win against an undefeated 5-0 Seymour football team. On the other side, that 5-0 football team, they can pick up a first down, continue this drive. They would like to beat that 4-0 football team on the other side of the field. So
Ball is at the 17-yard line of Naugatuck. They have to get down to the 14. That means it's a 4th and 3. Stacked I formation for the Cats. Deptula rolling, throwing, up for grabs, incomplete. It is broken up. Paradisi along with Parenti in the area for Naugatuck. Sean Allen also around the football.
A lot of red jerseys as Deptula comes out of the rollout. He's trying to go to Leary, number 14, but really as he's falling back, Naugatuck just great coverage down the field. The one-arm bandit right in there. Great job by Paradisi and company. Naugatuck right now, 2:03 left to run out on the clock. We'll see if they can do it here as the Greyhounds, after that great play by Arroyo, setting up a first down on a 4th and 20, have held and have the football.
And they go to the wishbone on a short yardage offense, and they're just going to run the ball straight ahead. And the first down carry, that's Pablo Covatier, runs for 3.
Solid straight ahead blocking, good lead blocks inside. Covatier just holding the football.
There's
as you
the
see
clock.
that clock running itself down here in this 4th quarter.
2nd and 7. The football at the 20-yard line. Wishbone for the Hounds. Darrell White, the quarterback, under center. Center is Chris Roberts. The fullback, that's Culbertson to the 25-yard line. And Seymour calling for a timeout.
Belly play. Culbertson gets down low, close to that first down. He's got about 2 to make. Big 3rd down. Seymour stops the clock with 1:18 left to go. First down here, it's all over.
Deptula along with Perrell combined on the last stop for Seymour.
I would go to the bone. I would put number 35 and number 43 ahead of me, Mr. Parenti and Mr. Culberson, and I would give Mr. Covatier the football and take my shot.
You're still coaching. It's in your blood. 3rd and short. The situation is this. We've got 1:18 remaining in the game.
I'll tell you what, too. I'll tell you what I do on 4th if I don't make it on 3rd.
Running the football, first down. That's to Covatier, guarding the football as he crosses the 30-yard line, and Naugatuck could just sit on the football.
Once in a while, you get them right. Parenti, Culberson, Covatier with the first down. Seymour cannot, I don't think, stop the clock. Barring a major catastrophe here, it's going to be a victory for the Greyhounds, and their sideline is sensing this win.
Double tight formation, wishbone. They're going to just tuck it away. They'll give it to the fullback, Culbertson, and he's wrapped up.
I would be taking a knee here, but
absolutely, instead of struggling to go forward, the ball can always pop out.
The exchange can always be a problem, but just a great football game here as the Greyhounds in their offensive huddle are pretty sure of the outcome of this one with 40 seconds left to go.
We have a 2nd down for the Greyhounds at their 30-yard line. And we've got 40 ticks remaining in the game. Naugatuck leads it 26-21.
Seymour cannot stop the clock. What would you have done on 4th down, Edward? I might have taken the safety. I might have gone to the end zone, taken the safety, run as much time off, kick the football.
Well,
5 points.
Well, since you said it, I would have done the same thing.
I might have done that.
Absolutely.
Rather than risk the block. But
no, it makes sense. As a matter of fact, think back to last year the difference in the Naugatuck-Seymour game, late in that game, Wildcats blocked the punt, and that was the deciding touch, the deciding touchdown. I agree with you. I think that in that situation, that would have been the play. Playing center field is Covertier. He's in a defensive spot. There's a snap and the knee.
One more time. One more time.
And Chris Hebert is down on the turf at the 32-yard line, and the clock will stop there.
Geez, I don't think that guy's faking an injury the way he's out there. If he is, he should get the Emmy next month when they finally have those awards. But even with that, there's something in the rules about that.
Right. Chris Hebert being assisted off the field. .29 ticks remaining. Third down for the Hounds. They're at the 27-yard line. Clock is moving. Again, in a defensive safety posture, Covertier is back at the 15. That'll do it. Seymour cannot stop the clock. And
they got him.
Time is run out here. And our final score from up here at Veterans Field in Naugatuck, Naugatuck 26, Seymour 21. And we'll be back with our Seymour Energy Player of the Game right after this.
It's a story that's 75 years old, yet it's a story that's as fresh as today. It's the story of thousands of independent retailers in communities across the country and around the world. Your hometown friends and neighbors who know you and who know what you want. People who work hard to bring you the fresh quality foods, friendly service, and great value that keep you coming back. It's the story of being hometown proud. For 75 years, the story of your neighbors at IGA.
The heating season is here. The decision you make regarding your fuel oil, liquid propane, commercial natural gas, and service is critical. You can depend on Seymour Energy 7 days a week, 24 hours a day in any weather. Performance and delivery, that's what it's all about. Seymour Energy provides premium fuel oil, liquid propane, and commercial natural gas. 24-hour emergency service, licensed technicians, state-of-the-art equipment, financing, and flexible payment plans. Seymour Energy, serving your neighbors since 1932. It's our job to keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
Well, buddy, in a game that had everything, and I mean it had everything, we had an upset here in Naugatuck. The Naugatuck Greyhounds over the Seymour Wildcats, 26-21. I don't know if Naugatuck considers this an upset. Our Seymour Energy Player of the Game, number 19, Pablo Covertier. First of all, Pablo, a couple of presentations, the plaque from Seymour Energy.
And the Seymour Energy t-shirt. First question has to be, you've been out of football a couple years. What kind of feeling do you have right now?
I have a great feeling right now. Just not much to say. I can't express how I feel about the team and me. You know, it's just, I don't know. I can't explain.
You did everything out there. You had a great game, both offensively, defensively, special teams. You had a 2-week preparation period. Do you think that helped your football team get ready for Seymour?
Yeah, it helped us a lot because I'm speechless right now. Seriously, I don't know what to say.
You're saying anything you want, big guy, because right now you did everything except drive the bus to this one. You were able to make a big play on special teams on the punt in the first quarter. You were able to take it, put it down, and run. Was that something you just saw, or because of the bad snap you just decided to take off?
It was because of the bad snap. And my instincts just told me to tuck the ball and go.
You've got some great instincts with the football. What side of the football do you enjoy better? Do you enjoy the defensive side or that offensive side?
Now I'm enjoying the offense. At the beginning of the year, I enjoyed defense, but now I'm enjoying the offense more because I could contribute more to the team.
This football team now 5-0. What are you guys looking to down the road here? Is this a football team takes it week by week, or do you have this football team set some goals deeper into the season?
We take it week by week. Whatever team we're playing that week, we're going to prepare for them and come on and play.
Coach Plasky's done a great job bringing you guys together, and congratulations on a great effort. We're back here again to see you against Holy Cross. We're going to see him at least one more time. Maybe we'll get you back here again as player of the game. You had an outstanding effort. Great job.
All right, thank you.
And that'll wrap things up from here at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. And, Buddy, for our viewers, we have every intention, we hope to have for our next game, Derby's home game against the Cheshire Rams. And once again, our final score here at Veterans Field in Naugatuck, Naugatuck 26 and Seymour 21. Naugatuck remains undefeated, 5-0. The Cats will drop to a 5-1 record. This Telemedia High School Football Game of the Week has been brought to you in part by your friends at Adams Superfood Stores. And on behalf of our Seymour Energy Player of the Game, Pablo Covatier and Buddy Chernovitz, Ed Clemens, good night, everyone.
The undertaker will get my dough, the grave will get my bones, and what is left will have to go for one of those granite stones. But this suit cost me 2 weeks' pay, so let it live another day and bury me in my overalls. The grave, it is a quiet place, there is no labor there, and I will rest more easy in the clothes I always wear. This suit was made for warmer climes, holidays and happy times, so bury me in my overalls. I gave a hand to clear the land and make the cities rise. I helped to bring the harvest in and lay the railroad ties. I boomed about from east to west.
This week on Navy Marine Corps News, Navy surface ships, submarines, and aircraft launch attacks against terrorist targets in Afghanistan in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. The crew of USS Theodore Roosevelt receives a special gift from the city of New York. Military installations beef up security in the wake of the recent attacks. These stories and more next on Navy Marine Corps News.
Welcome to our special birthday edition of Navy Marine Corps News. I'm Petty Officer Kara Hunt.
And I'm Staff Sergeant Jimmy Williams. We're on location to celebrate our Navy's 226th birthday.
We're coming to you from the Navy Museum at the historic Washington Navy Yard in Washington, D.C.
We have a lot to show you, but before we get started, let's go back to the studio and Chief Monica Hallman with some late-breaking news. Chief?
Thanks, Staff Sergeant. Airstrikes against Taliban-held targets in Afghanistan began October 7th. Ships operating in the region in support of Operation Enduring Freedom include aircraft carriers Carl Vinson and Enterprise. USS John Paul Jones, Philippine Sea, McFall, and O'Brien were also involved. Targets included Taliban-held airfields, terrorist training camps, anti-aircraft positions, and command and control centers. As the U.S. begins a long-term campaign against terrorism, Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld has a message for service members.
As the men and women of America's armed forces,
You are the sharp sword of freedom. You fight without pause and without complaint, on foreign seas and in dangerous skies. You voluntarily sacrifice a life of ease and the comfort of your families so that others may enjoy blessings and benefits of liberty.
The Secretary restated that the U.S. is also pursuing a humanitarian mission. U.S. aircraft dropped tens of thousands of humanitarian rations to the region the first several days of the campaign.
Let me emphasize that these are strikes against the Taliban and the foreign terrorists that they've invited into their country, not the people of Afghanistan. We stand with the Afghan people who are suffering under the oppressive Taliban regime and who do not want their nation to be a base from which foreign terrorists wage war on the rest of the world.
President Bush reminded military members that the nation is behind them.
To all the men and women in our military, every sailor, every soldier, every airman, every Coast Guardsman, every Marine, I say this: your mission is defined, your objectives are clear, your goal is just. You have my full confidence, and you will have every tool you need to carry out your duty.
The president said the United States will be tireless in its fight against terrorism and will be victorious. Chief of Naval Operations, Admiral Vern Clark, visited Atlantic Fleet installations in the Norfolk area October 5th. He discussed his top 5 priorities with an emphasis on current combat readiness and the sailors on watch around the fleet.
They are projecting credible combat power in the far corners of the world today, and there are other groups that are working up and getting ready to do that in the future, and our challenge is to be ready. And then I talked also to our leadership about the importance of maintaining our focus on people and manpower, because the greatest technology in the world, without people to make it work, that doesn't work.
The CNO visited sailors at Naval Station Norfolk, Naval Air Station Oceana, and the Naval Amphibious Base at Little Creek. That's it from here. Now back to JO2 and Staff Sergeant at the Navy Museum.
Thanks, Chief. Navy Secretary Gordon England recently stopped by our studio to talk about the Navy and Marine Corps' heightened state of alert since the September 11th terrorist attacks.
Secretary England says he's proud of all sailors and Marines and has this message for the fleet.
The U.S. military is the stabilizing foundation for the government and for our way of life. So at this moment, the U.S. military has a very special role in America because they provide the stabilization for our society at a time when people are naturally ill at ease. We can never forget what happened on 9/11. We must prevail, and we will prevail. The President made it clear that it is critically important that we be patient. This will be a long effort, but we will prevail because we need to do it for our children and our grandchildren so they can live in liberty and freedom without the fear of terror. So my message is, together, we will prevail.
The Secretary also said he's impressed with the way Navy and Marine Corps military and civilians have responded in the wake of this tragedy.
The crew of USS Theodore Roosevelt received a gift from the city of New York recently.
It's the flag New York City firefighters hoisted above the mounds of rubble at Ground Zero.
New York Governor George Pataki and New York City Mayor Rudolph Giuliani signed the flag and gave it to Admiral Robert Natter, the Commander-in-Chief of the Atlantic Fleet. The governor and mayor asked Admiral Natter to fly the flag over the TR while it's deployed.
As a civilian firefighter, I know what they went through in New York City, and to have them fly that flag out to us, to present it to us and fly it on the ship for us to fly it, and it was just an awesome experience.
For many years, Marines have been actively guarding against terrorist threats around the globe.
Marines have gained significant knowledge of terrorist tactics and have developed ways to combat them.
Now the Marine Corps has a new weapon to bring to the fight. Sergeant Jimmy Perkins has the story.
On October 10th, the Marine Corps stood up the 4th Marine Expeditionary Brigade to respond to the threat of terrorism and nuclear, biological, and chemical attacks, both at home and abroad.
Internationally, this is a worldwide deployable asset prepared to support the regional commanders-in-chief
in the protection of U.S. lives and property worldwide, especially those military assets in high-threat areas.
The 4th MEB will combine the Marine Corps Security Force Battalion, the Marine Security Guard Battalion, and the Chemical Biological Incident Response Force, all under one command.
I think it's the Commandant's intent to unify and synergize these capabilities that were headquartered elsewhere in the Marine Corps over the years. And with any synergistic activity, it's going to bring more punch to the fight.
Additionally, Marines from 1st Battalion, 8th Marines at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, will stand up as the 4th MEB's Anti-Terrorism Battalion. This unit knows far too well the threat of terrorism. On October 23, 1983, 241 service members, mostly Marines from 1st Battalion, 8th Marines, were killed in a terrorist bombing of the Marine barracks in Beirut, Lebanon. General Odell stated that the 4th MEB will stand ready to answer the call when needed.
We are going to redouble our vigilance, and vigilance with an attitude, and the Marine and sailors muscle to back it up.
The 4th Marine Expeditionary Brigade will be headquartered at Camp Lejeune. Sergeant Jimmy Perkins, Navy Marine Corps News.
The past year has certainly been an eventful one for the Navy.
And in our next story, Petty Officer Jennifer Smith highlights some events that have helped shape the Navy since the last birthday.
October 12, 2000, USS Cole was attacked while it was refueling in the port of Aden in Yemen. 10 months after the attack, the crew was excited about getting the Cole back into the water.
We got to prove to ourselves, the United States and the world, that, you know, you got us, but you're not going to keep us down, because we are the determined warriors, and we're coming back stronger than ever.
To maintain that type of Navy spirit and preparedness in sailors' minds, the CNO implemented his top 5 priorities: manpower, current readiness, future readiness, quality of service, and alignment. Since the recent attacks on our country, current readiness has become even more important.
What I talked to our leadership today about was being ready, and they are ready. They are projecting credible combat power in the far corners of the world today, and there are other groups that are working up and getting ready to do that in the future, and our challenge is to be ready.
The Honorable Gordon R. England, sworn in last May as the 72nd Secretary of the Navy, emphasizes the role of leadership in the Navy. Even though the Navy has some of the latest technology, fastest ships, and best weaponry, it doesn't mean a thing if well-trained sailors aren't available. He spoke to the 2001 graduating class at the Naval Academy about the roles as the Navy's future leaders.
As this new century dawns, we are charting the course for a new era, one which will transform the military and that will provide each of you with an opportunity to use your talents and abilities to innovate, shape, and prepare for the future.
Part of that future is the Navy Marine Corps Intranet, a secure internal network which will link sailors and Marines.
So we're going to be able to connect all of our sailors now with the best equipment, the best computers, high-speed networks, so that we can exchange the information that we need to do in real time so that we can all get our jobs done much better.
The timely flow of information became crucial September 11, 2001, when our nation's freedom and all that we stand for was attacked. The Navy lost 42 shipmates and Department of Navy civilians in the attack on the Pentagon. D.C. area sailors and Marines stepped up to support the rescue effort. USNS Comfort left its home port in Baltimore and headed to New York City. The ship and its crew provided medical support and relief to the rescue workers at Ground Zero in Lower Manhattan.
Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America.
The United States government is functioning in the face of this terrible act against our country.
I have a message for our military. Be ready.
Make no mistake about it, your armed forces are ready.
Throughout it all, Americans of every race and background stood behind the nation and its military.
It makes me proud to be in the United States Navy. It makes me proud to even be an American. It makes me proud to be here today.
As we celebrate our 226th birthday, Americans are still depending on us to protect the American way of life. Petty Officer Jennifer Smith, Navy Marine Corps News.
Many of the Defense Department's military members, family members, retirees, and civilians have all donated blood since the terrorist attacks.
Medical officials hope that people who have donated blood continue to give when they're able to return to their local donation facilities.
The Navy and Marine Corps are expected to call on donors soon to help replace frozen blood supplies in storage aboard ships.
That includes the hospital ships USNS Comfort and USNS Mercy, and ships deployed overseas.
Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at measures service members can take to help maintain operational security.
It is an honor to be the Secretary of our nation's great Navy. As we mark our 226th year, our nation faces another challenge to freedom and our way of life. The American people are united like never before, and they stand with us. Together, we will defeat this threat. Happy birthday, and God bless each of you and the United States of America.
Welcome back to our special Navy birthday edition of Navy Marine Corps News.
Loose lips sink ships, and someone talked were World War II mottos that emphasize the importance of operational security.
Saying the wrong thing in the wrong place is still a security risk, but with modern communications technology available to all of us, operational security is a whole new ballgame. Sergeant Tom Archer explains.
Operational security is safeguarding information that may be critical to national security or military operations. The information is generally compromised inadvertently.
Operational security is usually breached, and it's usually innocent. It's not an intentional act, but normal everyday conversations. If your unit's preparing to deploy, you may be out at a restaurant with some of your friends, and you're talking about your impending deployment. Someone may overhear you.
In recent years, instant messaging and email have become a way of life for Marines and sailors. And messages that we send could give the wrong people the right information.
Email is just killing us right now. People are sending out, which they may think doesn't mean anything. Hey, guess what? I have to work later. I'm working over the weekend because of, this, and this. But it's very easy to penetrate, and it's very easy for people to put two and two together and figure out what's going on.
Small bits of information such as when and where your unit or ship is going to deploy can give enemies pieces of our national security puzzle.
Sailors and Marines have to be very careful about what they're saying on the telephone, cell phones, and on computer communications to protect classified information.
Identifying critical information is simple.
Any information regarding ongoing operations or deployments just shouldn't be discussed. It could place, the old adage that loose lips sink ships is very poignant.
Using common sense and practicing operational security can undermine terrorists' plans and keep America safe. Sergeant Tom Archer, Navy Marine Corps News.
Immediately following the terrorist attacks September 11th, military bases around the world were put on heightened alert.
Petty Officer April Gordonflow of our Norfolk Bureau shows how we all can help with the additional security.
Military and civilian guards are even more determined to make sure no one without proper identification gets through the gate.
Obviously, we need to project a strong defensive posture to discourage or to deter any more terrorist acts, especially within naval installations.
Security forces are working around the clock to keep sailors and Marines safe.
We need to protect the sailors. We need to protect the government assets. If something were to happen to the sailors on a ship or any of the government assets, the Navy would not be able to fulfill its commitments.
There are things sailors can do to help the security effort and make entering the base a smoother process. Public transportation and carpooling are just a few of the ways to ease congestion at the gates.
Well, they can come prepared. They can ensure that their ID cards, their decals, their license plates are current, so we don't have to stop them and ask them questions about any of those. They can ensure that they have their ID cards out and ready to be presented to the sentry.
After the September 11th attacks, President Bush warned the nation that we are not immune from terrorism. Security forces at Naval Station Norfolk are taking that warning seriously and doing their part to protect sailors, Marines, and their families. Reporting from Norfolk, Petty Officer April Gormflow, Navy Marine Corps News.
That's good, thanks.
The holiday season is quickly approaching, which means it's time for Operation Dear Abby.
Operation Dear Abby began 17 years ago to send holiday greetings to men and women stationed overseas.
For military personnel serving in the Pacific region, the address is Any Service Member, Operation Dear Abby, FPO AP 96385.
For the Mediterranean area, the address is Any Service Member, Operation Dear Abby, FPO AE 09646.
Mail is limited to only first-class letter mail, 13 ounces or less. The two addresses will accept mail from November 15th to January 15th.
When we return, we'll give you some important information about the health risks surrounding the use of ecstasy.
As we celebrate our Navy's 226th birthday, let's take a moment to reflect on our service in the greatest Navy the world has ever known. We are all part of a proud legacy of leadership and service. And as we start another year, we also find ourselves with improved retention and greatly improved readiness. We are aligned and ready to fight the first war of the 21st century. The nation needs us, and we are prepared for whatever the nation calls upon us to do. Ours can be a dangerous and a difficult profession, but as we continue to serve and fight together, victory is assured. We've answered the nation's call for over 2¼ centuries, and we stand ready to do so today. So happy birthday, shipmates. I'm really proud to serve with you.